Okie doke. We are live. We are live. Give me 1 second here. Okay, no, I think I have chat. I would like just one thing, though, here. YouTube live control panel. Let's see if it'll just sign me in. Select stream. Let's select this one. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Hello, PSI May. Sai May? I'm just gonna call you May if that's cool. This is typically not something I do. Oh shit! I just had my work up. That's probably not good. Hello, Elegant Balance. Thanks for joining. What happened? I'm scared. I'll PSI like the Earthbound game. I see. I gotcha. I'm still gonna call you May if that's all right. I like May. Because maybe they will, maybe they won't. All right, so here's the deal. Folks. I have done some self-reflecting. And I saw some of the comments before, man. There's something all right, yeah. I've done some self-reflecting after posting this recent video. I just decided this sort of thing is not good for my health. Being a drama tuber, I think, is despicable on the best of days, and on the worst of days is actively killing you. And I believe it's not worth dying over, considering some of the comments. And we'll go through some of the comments, don't you worry. In fact, I'm gonna do a fun little thing where I kind of open up the vault of the comments that were automatically held. Let me reiterate, not comments that I deleted, comments that YouTube specifically decided, like, yeah, all right, even for YouTube, this is a little too racist or transphobic, and we're just going to hold this for you. We'll go through a few of those comments because I think that I think it'll be kind of insightful to see, what gets filtered out, because what's already there is so bad. Anyways, all that to say, I want this to be the end of this, at least my involvement. I'm not above, talking about this sort of thing on stream, and obviously if something crazy happens or if I notice, kind of a new trend popping up, I'm not, saying I wouldn't want to make a video on that. But these two videos, the Nintendo hate YouTuber video and the Nintendo influencers video, have just gotten me a lot of people coming to my channel for, I think, reasons that are warranted. I'm poking the hornet's nest. I'm not saying I'm not doing that, but ways that have nonetheless exhausted me. It's exhausting. So I'm just gonna again, this is it. Today, this stream is kind of me sticking the flag in the ground and saying, all right, from whatever this happens after this point, I don't really want to talk about it that much anymore, and you can hold me to that. In fact, I would appreciate it if you did. So, with all that said, let's delve in to some of this shit. Wow, this has been a lot. It's fun. I never thought I would be. I never thought I'd be featured on a Furtonga Plays live stream, and then I realized how low the bar really was. So we're gonna well, here's here's kind of how I want to go through this. There's 3 videos I really want to delve into. We're not gonna watch all of them. because this oh, spoiler, sorry, that's the Fratanga one. This Lord Frogmire one right here, this is a 3-hour video he made. He made a 3-hour video. I mean, it's not a video, it's a live stream, to be fair. I'm sure this live stream will be 2 hours. But unlike him, I will be responding to multiple videos as opposed to him responding to a fucking 25-minute video for 3 hours. And that's a common theme. Yeah, it's insane. I will say, I think the last bit, maybe even the last, like, half hour here, he was just playing RuneScape, so... But still, it was nearly 3 hours of him just dicking around with this one video. So I obviously gave him a lot of food for thought, and I'm gonna I want to kind of go through it. I'm gonna be jumping around as we go through, because I don't really want to. I don't know. There's just a lot of it will be obviously me talking. A lot of it is him just making his dumb jokes. This is your official content warning that you're probably going to be hearing some slurs, not by myself. I would never, but from our dear friends here on the right, who have responded appropriately as everyone expected them to respond. So without further ado, welcome to the death of content, me reacting to a reaction of something I made. DJ Crispy Fingers, what's your favorite DK song? Shit, guys, hold up real quick. I gotta double check this real quick. Favorite DK song? I shouldn't be showing that right now. Hold on. Favorite DK song. Let me dig into my chest real quick. Oh, you know what it is? I don't even need to check. I know what it is. It's the fucking oh, what's the one they remade it in Donkey Kong Bonanza? It's the one that goes like dun 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 dun. Battlefield. Oh, Gangplank Galleon. Is that what it is? Galleon. Is that what it is? Gangplank Galleon. Yeah, that shit rocks. All right. Let's get into it. Skip over this.
Oh man.
And if it's too quiet, let me know, or if I need to adjust levels. All right, come on.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know when it starts or not. Powerful, very strong, 15 megabytes per second.
Okay.
Good.
Right. Sorry, I should have.
No, instead I watch it with my best friend.
I should have gone through this a little bit better.
They already know. While this happens, like, but just
I just want to get to the start of the video, man.
Anyway.
All right.
There's nothing. I was gonna wait till. They'll get the gist. They will scroll back.
They'll get the gist.
Might as well start.
Yep.
There's drama with you involved. There's always insert myself.
All right.
When am I gonna address that synth guy? I don't like him. He's mean to me. He bullies me every
one before.
actually,
all right,
every day.
This is it.
Anyway.
Hiya, Squirt. Now stop me if you heard this one before.
Actually, might as well do this meme first.
Hiya, Squirt.
How's
now
the volume?
If you heard this
is it
one
good?
Before. An angry...
Is it bad?
Oh God.
Man, it's fine.
I hate streaming.
Look.
Hiya, Squirt. Right, now stop me if you...
What's the deal with autistic people?
All right out the gate.
Look you in the eye. Bit too loud. Okay. What's the deal with airline food?
You heard this one before. An angry dweeb with an obnoxious voice and an obsessive loathing for a company or product.
Hey. That's not very nice. Haven't we talked about glass houses before?
This is something I'm gonna just point out real quick. the fucking most annoying. Now keep in mind, I've seen all of this. I am sacrificing my well-being to go through this whole fucking thing again. I don't know why, but I've seen all this before. So when I pause, know that I do it deliberately, knowing roughly what's ahead. This fucking guy, and also same with Fratanga, just cannot make it 0.2 seconds without pausing and then saying something that I'm about to get to literally in less than a minute. So here he says glass houses, and it's like, yeah, that's the whole joke. If you just let it play out for a little bit, I say touche. That's the punchline. And it's not funny because I just had to explain it. But at the very least, you have some idea that I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm obviously being self-referential in this moment. Let's keep going.
Just annoying voice.
Takes to the internet to complain about the one thing they hate even more than said company/product, which just so happens to be another angry dweeb with an obnoxious voice.
Be real. Why you
Sir
being so
Morris
fake, guys?
D.
No, guys, stop running.
He hasn't
Who's
said
this guy?
anything yet.
Does anyone in chat know who
Bunch of
this guy is?
losers, am I right? Touche. Now, I realize I just described about half of
And there it is.
content creators, and obviously my hands aren't clean here either. I've been on record.
All right, wait.
Okay, he's
describing
gonna
about
go
half of
through
all
these.
content creators, and obviously my hands aren't clean here.
I put the BI in bitch.
This is him slowly realizing that there might be a bisexual content creator.
All right, I need to do my lore. I don't know what flag that is. I need to do some googling. I'm sure one of the 24% in chat could figure that one out, or it probably already knows. But I have to.
This is hilarious. This is so funny, him doing his fucking research to find out what a bisexual flag is. The other guy that I want to look at after this did the same exact goddamn thing, where he's just like, I can't tell if this fucking guy is being serious or not, or if he actually likes dick, but if so, he's going to hell. And I'm actually not even really paraphrasing there. He actually says that. But it's just funny to see, like, these people, like, slowly realize that they might be infected, gay by association. Anyways.
It's the Kobe screaming. Of course, Kobe knows. Why would my brother know the bisexual flag by heart?
That's his brother, Synthetic Man, screaming from the other room. I think they both live with their parents or something. And I'm not saying that as a diss. I'm like, why would they live together if not?
I'm thinking. Thinking face.
Okay, come on.
I feel like the bisexual is just the coward's flag. Pick one.
That's fair. I'll give him that. I am a coward. I can't choose a gender or a sexual orientation. But hey, that's my right to not choose, motherfucker.
I've been on record complaining about Nintendo, specifically when it comes to their anti-consumer pricing as of late, and I've also been on record complaining about Nintendo influencers, specifically that I find their content to be cheap.
Okay, so he is a Nintendo grifter who's upset that his grifting didn't work out quite as well, I guess. Just keep at it. It'll work eventually.
All right, got my blessing from Lord Frogmire. I'll keep at it.
Painfully uncreative
so
and
mean to
actively
me.
fostering
That's not
resentment
true.
against the very company that these creators have made a career out of bolstering. And I'm certainly not alone in that opinion. I'd say the overall popularity of channels like Switchforce, Nintendo Land, and even my dear sweet baby boy Nintendo Prime has
Don't say
diminished
that.
significantly within
Don't
the
say
past
that.
year or so. And don't just take it from me.
Nintendo.
Okay.
Now, whether
Too loud. Okay,
because of the eternal arms
just
race
trying to find
between
where he
YouTube
talks.
and
I don't really
ad
wanna watch the
blockers,
video.
seasonal
it's too loud. Okay, we can go lower. Actually, at
I don't
some
really
point
wanna
I
watch
increased
this
it. I
fucking
don't know when
video,
that
if I'm
happened,
being
but I
honest.
did.
most likely a homicidal AI algorithm, I'm not one to say. But the fact that these influencers are losing relevance and
Okay, I'm gonna skip
Over-
ahead. Oh, here's a point.
coincidence, and it's really
Here we go.
only left me with one overarching question, which
You know, is this digital blackface? You can look.
So this is something I want to stop at real quick. I think he's trolling here. I don't know. But no, it's not digital blackface. I use a lot of different stock images in all of my content. This is one that's actually been around since the very first video. But if you notice, there's a lot of different stock images of a lot of different people that I use all the time because I don't record my own video. I do everything in post, if you will. So, well, I don't know if he's serious. He certainly says it multiple times throughout this stream. He accuses me of using digital blackface and being racist. Obviously, I don't think he's being serious, but I think some of the idiots in his fan base, unfortunately, are. So that's been kind of a problem, as we'll see going forward with the comments here. Okay, let's keep going. Real quick, I'm gonna check on chat. Not gonna lie, I like Sir Musty, but he has a tendency to go too loud for my taste. Yes. I'm so glad Geek Spooge isn't woke. I am too. Geek Spooge is the only real content creator on this godforsaken platform. I did not beat Resident Evil 9, by the way. I'm going to finish that on stream tomorrow night. If you want to join, I'll be there for my typical Thursday live stream where I'll be beating Resident Evil 9. Not going to lie, when I discovered Lord Frogmire, I realized he's just a poor man's Hypercharge, if anyone remembers his Nintendo series. I don't. Legit did a better rage bait while obviously playing a character that vaguely exaggerates his gaming opinions. I don't remember that person. But I'm, again, not a very high bar Lord Frogmire is setting here.
You know me. I'm a big woke guy. I'm into the woke stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
This is digital blackface.
No,
this
it's
is
not.
some bisexual twink slurs I can't say.
Thank you,
using
Crispy.
a black man to use his points. Do you think there's a reason he's doing that? I'm thinking.
God. Okay.
To identify. I'm thinking. It's because he's a criminal, Chad.
Jizz.
All right.
Wait, what?
Hilarious.
Are you guys trying to tell me you can make money in the end of Nintendo influencers? Does this mean that
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, we can skip this.
Wow, no one saw that coming. I didn't see it coming. Did you see it coming? I didn't.
I don't think
didn't.
I saw it coming.
I didn't. Did you like the music though? It was like
I did.
woo.
Yeah, it was good.
Incredible.
It's actually gotten a lot worse.
Oh my God, we ruin everything.
The Nintendo hate YouTubers have seen an enormous rise in popularity as of late. Creators who have made their entire online identity based off one company's ultimate success or failure. Sound familiar? There are really only two key differences between the respective grifts of Nintendo YouTubers and Nintendo hate YouTubers.
All right, I think this is where he starts getting real talky.
Being their
It's me. It's me. Fine, we got there. It was me. Dude, my ego. It was shrinking. It was shrinking so fast. It was almost nothing. It was almost nothing. I said we could see me. That's me. It's me up there.
Hate YouTubers to also express hatred toward people of color, women, and people with disabilities. You see, most Nintendo
This sets him off. I don't fully
Dude,
understand
I was
why.
fucking spit everywhere. Dude, I was so fucking close, dude. I was like looking for something I could spit into because I need to hear it again. This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing that anyone ever says.
Grifts of Nintendo YouTubers and Nintendo hate YouTubers. Those being their opinion of the company they're both so obsessed with, and the tendency for Nintendo hate YouTubers to also express hatred toward people of color.
Dude, you gotta put me in there. You can't. Man, all right.
Women and people with disabilities.
I mean, I got the disability one, and I'd say if I had to pick one that was most representative of me, that it might be the closest. But still, this is the most coveted of prizes. That is definitely the most coveted. What was the middle one?
Toward people of color,
Okay.
No, maybe the woman one is the most coveted. Maybe that's the most coveted. I got third place though.
Anyways, I got a lot of flack, I think, also for using this video right here, the Sweet Baby Inc. employee won't hire white people video, because they were like, well, she's being racist towards white people. So, you know, you're wrong for calling out racism towards white people. It's like, I personally don't know the details of all this. I watched this shit-ass video by fucking Furtonga. And the way he also, Crispy Fingers, your message just got redacted. I don't know why. The way he put it was racist. I also he's clearly like championing Elon Musk here, so I don't know. I feel like it speaks for itself, but clearly I forgot about the people who consider prejudice against white people to be racist. And then this other one too, the 489-pound woman sues Lyft because she can't fit in the car. There were so many fucking YouTubers that covered this one thing. It was like crazy, and a lot of them were gaming YouTubers also. I just like that to me is so confounding. I think a big telltale sign for me is like, what do you choose to cover and what do you not choose to cover? You know, if you're choosing to cover overweight woman who's, you know, trying to sue someone, and you're not doing it as a sort of parody or any sort of way, you're just choosing to talk about that. Why are you choosing to talk about that in particular? Because you think it's funny that she's fat. That's really what it is. Like, at the end of the day, that's the truth. So I feel like that is a pretty good sign, a pretty good indication of whether or not somebody is one of these grifters or not. And turns out it totally is. And then the last and not least one is, of course, fucking Lord Frogmire over here. He paused it, but his ADHD versus autism in gaming. That's just a terrible video. If you've ever had the displeasure of watching that video, you know what I'm talking about. It's really crazy. It's just him pitting these two demographics of mental disabilities against each other. Yeah, it's just crazy. I guess maybe I shouldn't call them disabilities. My bad. But you know what I mean. It's just like just all of a sudden it's this. He's raging this war against people with autism for. I don't know why, but it's really ableist. It's super fucked up. I saw the first 3 minutes of that video and dipped. It was ass. Yeah, it is. It's ass. I think the thing is too, and I say this lightly because I don't think any of this shit is funny, but like if they were actually making jokes, if they were actually telling jokes, I could at least understand like, okay, you're trying to be like an edgy comic. But they're not. They're just expressing disdain and like pure unfiltered opinions. It's not ironic. It's true. It's their valid opinions about these different demographics. So I feel like that alone warrants, you know, what I chose in terms of what to feature in my video to prove my point. Crispy Fingers, I always get Frogmire's videos in my recommended, and I can't stand it. I watched one video and knew right away the kind of person he was and couldn't stand it. Yeah, 100%. I mean, me too. That's honestly, he was the impetus for this whole thing, is because I kept getting his fucking videos in my recommended. When I started making videos, I was getting his videos a lot. And yeah, you can just tell. You can tell by the certain, just by the aesthetic, it kind of gives away his whole shtick here. Anyways, let's keep going.
Not a good look for the Frogmire. That's third place. This is like the low people.
I want to get to the real criticisms he
like,
has.
You don't like him all day? You don't like that guy? First of all, what?
Okay, so he's second screening RuneScape.
Wait, tell me, or must be shrink. I don't sailing how much time it took. I mean, probably a lot. RuneScape time.
Oh my fucking god, man.
See, the thing is, he didn't put me in the upper left-hand corner. for
to also express hatred toward people of color.
yeah. So I'm not in the upper left-hand corner for hating people of color because I am black. We've established that. As half Italian, I am the blackest person here. You know, other than the probably other than the 95% of you that are South American, I'm the blackest guy here.
So we get a lot of funny, cool jokes like that throughout the stream.
Hold on, I do want
What?
to point something out. I'm surprised you didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, and then here we get Synthetic Man in the fucking corner here.
How is exposing that Sweet Baby won't hire white people racist toward black people? Like, that's literally what he's saying on the screen. Look
Oh,
at the
I didn't
video.
even read it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sweet Baby Inc. employees won't hire. What do you mean? Not hate? Kobe, you don't understand. If you aren't willing to murder a white child, then you're racist, right? Because
All right, and now he's doing his thing again. I feel they all do this too. It's like a lot of, let's exaggerate for the sake of trying to disprove or blow your viewpoint out of the water. Again, it's about what you're trying to cover. Why are you covering this in particular? Why are you speaking up for white people? Like, what's your end goal there? That's exactly the kind of telltale sign that shows what these kind of content creators usually stand for. So this wasn't rage bait. You actually are a low IQ far left commie. You actually assume Frogmire is a Hitler fan. Oh, one of them's in the chat right now. Bad Dragon 420. It's a fucking joke, tard. He doesn't believe white people should die. I know it's a joke. I'm not saying it's a joke. I'm saying that he's saying, I believe that. First of all, that's what he's saying to try and disprove the fact, or try and discredit the fact that I put this in the video to begin with. Bad Dragon, I know it's a joke. I'm saying, oh my god. Read the fucking comment right. All right, man. I'm not gonna kick you out because I don't believe in that. But can you just chill out and
people are inherently evil, and that baby will grow up to kill a black person. Yeah. Brazilian. This guy's at least two of those things, which is why he's making this video, I imagine. He thinks he's three, though. He certainly feels he's three.
Uh-huh.
Look, as a half black man myself,
He makes this jokes like fucking 40 times in this stream. It's so crazy. Not crazy because it's even like offensive. I mean, obviously it is, but it's also just not funny. It's so obnoxious.
I'm not black, right? And yet this guy, he's using digital blackface. You should look.
Here we go again. A radical assuming I'm on the opposite side because I don't agree with them. No, I assume you're on the opposite side because you called me a tard and came in here with all this aggressive ass energy. Oh my god, man. Also, you are on the opposite side. You're coming in to defend your goat, man. Go away.
I believe in the law. I believe you should be tried and then executed for doing digital. You're an unreasonable person if you disagree that someone should be tried, court of law, and then executed for using digital blackface like this. It's not right. It's just not right. But the point is, because
I know plenty of lefties who say tard. This is what I mean. You have an insane mental purity test. All right.
to do that. He certainly believes he's a person of color. And we both know he's autistic. I mean, like that. So, that one's covered. And
all right, so he diagnosed me with autism. Thank you.
Anyway.
Women and people with disabilities. You see, most Nintendo influencers appeal to a wide audience of people and thus are generally very diligent about maintaining an apolitical stance in their content, even if they're discussing an explicitly political subject.
If you're like me,
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that under me? Who is that? Who is that allegedly gay man? Who's videos I'm not good at.
Oh my god. I feel like we
brother
got to
over
get to a
telling you
better
something.
part of this video because this is just dragging on. Let's see this.
Sir Burglack, thanks for the 7 months. Oh, it's muted.
So in this video, I want to show you just how large that overlap is and theorize as to why it exists in the first place.
Nintendo hate YouTubers alt-right. Why is there an overlap? You know, I'm gonna take this legitimately. First of all, is there an overlap? Because I mean, there's me. I'm here. Hello. I'm not alt-right. I'm normal. I'm totally normal. Complete destruction of all of.
All right. Look, I understand that people like to make jokes like this and stuff, and that doesn't necessarily. I kind of just feel like, look, if you're making jokes like that and your brother is like that, we know that for a fact. He distinguishes himself from his brother in this video. He talks about how I'm not quite so far as Synthetic Man. The way I feel about it is like, man, you are surrounding yourself with people who are, and you make jokes about it. So you may as well be, you know? Not all alt-right, incel, whatever you want to call them, people are necessarily going out and fucking, you know, killing people in Charlottesville, right? But they are still alt-right. You know, that's still an ideology that you sympathize with. And even if you don't personally feel that you are that, you are. He is. He diagnosed me with autism. I'm telling him he's alt-right. There we go. Tit for tat.
Know what I'm allowed to say. What's Kobe said? Does he? Whatever Kobe said. But point is, there's me. So who else? Who else is? My problem with the alt-right is they're far too reasonable. They're far too reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Of Nick Fuentes, isn't it? He's like a gay cat boy dude. I don't know, dog. Are you sure he's on the right team? I don't know. Anyway,
not gonna lie, this is reminding me of the Emaru situation where she heavily associates with political streamers to an insane degree, then gets weird when she attracts an audience that wants her political takes. Yeah, well, I don't know. I can't. I don't know if you're referring to me or referring to Lord Frogmire here, but I feel like I've made my political takes pretty clear in my videos, and I'm not trying to attract an audience like Sir Bad Dragon here. Oh, more Frogmire. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think that it's unfortunate that I have gotten so many right-wing trolls over in my neck of the woods. I'm not really surprised. I was poking the hornet's nest making this video, and I know that these people, once they see people like me making comments about them, they kind of flock over and tend to, like, you know, crowd the comments and just make everything worse for me. So I went into that I went into this video knowing that that was most likely going to happen. But I will say, well, I'm never going to be shy about my political takes. I do want this stream, the one you're watching right now, to be the end of it. In terms of, like, I don't want to fucking deal with this guy. I don't want to watch his content anymore. Honestly, the worst part of making this video, and the worst part of all of this, including all the hate comments, is literally just the fact that I had to watch Lord Frogmire's videos. And he's right to a certain degree. I didn't have to watch. I could have just not made this video. That's absolutely true. And I'm glad I did because I think it's a good video, even if a lot of people don't. I think it's a pretty good video. I just don't want to keep making this. It's not good for my mental health. I think you should have just ignored him, to be honest. That's fair. That's fair. That's why this is a stream and not a real video. Right-wing lunatics like to think to themselves, I'm pretty chill if you're chill. If you make a really bad take, I may rustle your jimmies. Please don't. I like my jimmies unwrestled. I don't know what the fuck that means. I think Frog is funny. Simple as that, and I don't think he's a Nazi. I think he's a Nazi sympathist at best. At worst, I think he's a Nazi. And his brother certainly is. So it's like... you know, if you are hanging out and best friends with a Nazi, does that make you any better? You know, I don't know what to say. Like, his brother is horrendous. Lord Frogmire is fucking horrendous. Their content sucks ass. It's lazy, and their fans are fucking the worst fans. Literally the worst fucking fans I've ever seen on YouTube. Yeah, if it looks like a Nazi and walks like a Nazi, it's probably a Nazi. Okay.
Everyone is my friend, though. If you're in my...
Let's cut forward to here.
It's kind of like Democrats and Republicans calling each other out for their ties to Epstein. Like, guys, calm down.
Bad Dragon. This is the last time I'm going to say this because I feel like I keep fucking repeating myself. I'm not talking about his jokes. I'm talking about literally who he associates with. Synthetic Man is a Nazi. He's not making jokes when he says that stuff. Sometimes he is, but all of the time he's saying it, he means it. It's not about making edgy jokes. It's about what you truly believe and who you associate with and who you're friends with. You thought that was his brother? Who are you talking? Yes, Synthetic Man is his brother, who he makes content with and hangs out with all the time and agrees with. Has gone on record saying they agree together. Like, I'm not talking about the shitty jokes. I've skipped over many jokes in this video, attempts at jokes that are, you know, clearly like steering into that Nazi ideology. And I'm not stopping him and being like, look, he made a joke about that. That means he's a Nazi. I understand that some people just make really shitty jokes. I don't think you should. I'm not saying you should. But I understand that making jokes about Nazis or making Nazi-type jokes does not necessarily make you a Nazi. There's levels to it. There's gradation. But in this case, it's also about who he associates with, who he's friends with, who he makes content with, what he makes content about. That's what you have to look at. All right.
You're all pedophiles, okay? I don't care.
Guys, I'm in the middle. We're all grifters, dude. I'm in the middle. We're all grifters.
All right, this is also an interesting point here. He talks about
Democrats and Republicans calling each other out for their ties to Epstein. Like, guys, calm down. You're all pedophiles, okay? I don't care.
Guys, I'm in the middle. We're all grifters, dude. I'm in the middle.
So I think he's trying to say that that's what I'm saying, as I'm trying to claim that I'm in the middle and that we're all grifters. It's not the case. Again, the point of the joke, and if it didn't succeed, that's on me. But I just want to make it perfectly clear. I'm saying both sides are grifting. Both sides that accuse one side of the other. Nintendo influencers and Nintendo hate YouTubers alike, they both accuse each other of grifting, right? That's kind of the meta right now. That's the zeitgeist of being online. They're all grifting. That's what I'm trying to say. It's literally, it's on both sides. Shouts UO. Wait a minute, did my earlier comment get auto deleted? I don't know. I don't think so. Or no, it did, because I haven't seen any comments by you. Anyways, yeah. He's misunderstanding my point here, which I'm not necessarily blaming him for. If my joke just didn't land, it didn't land. That's on me. But just to clear the table here.
Grifters. All grifters. Maybe it's you then. Maybe it's just you. If you think it's everyone, maybe it's just you.
Again, not saying that. I'm not saying it's everyone. I'm saying it's both sides.
Haman, thanks for the $5. Furtonga tried grifting off the anti-woke content, then his atheist brain rot clashed with the actual anti-woke content, then he switched to Nintendo hate slop.
This is also something interesting. This experience, this fucking experience of making this video and hearing all of the various responses has given me this like really insane insight into the infighting on the right. I always was like, the biggest issue with the left is the infighting, which I think is true to an extent. I think we're all, a lot of people who are left-leaning are just constantly second-guessing and trying to, really, define themselves and separate themselves from other people, and it gets to the point where it's just, it becomes fucking obnoxious, and I'm guilty of that myself. But what's interesting about this is Lord Frogmire goes against Furtonga. Furtonga and Lord Frogmire don't like each other because of the disparity in extremity. Lord Frogmire thinks that Furtonga is like a communist or like a fucking left-wing nut, as I'm paraphrasing there, as he thinks him to be, which just isn't the case. If you watch Furtonga's stuff, he's clearly not. He's very much like one of the fucking anti-woke guys. I mean, it's everywhere in his content, but they hate each other. And I think on the opposite end, Furtonga hates Lord Frogmire because he goes too far, And then another guy that we'll see over here, Nukem Nintendo, who's a fucking nobody, he is actually even farther than Lord Frogmire. So it's weird. I hadn't really been exposed to this sort of gradation before in the alt-right or the right, or just on this side of the political spectrum. And it's crazy to see. It's just crazy to see. Bad Dragon says, I don't think associating with your own brother who may be a Nazi makes you a Nazi, and honestly, I can't take your word on it, even then, plenty of people have racist family members, white or not. Yes, plenty of people have racist family members. Plenty of people don't also have a podcast with those racist family members where they talk about racist things together. If you're making racist jokes with a Nazi who's your close friend and you're making content with them and tying your personal, and public personas together, I hate to say it, I think it also makes you a Nazi, or at least a Nazi sympathizer, which is just as bad. You don't have to take my word on it.
So he was okay, but
I don't
he was
care.
All right, so this guy would probably consider him alt-right, but he's like the, basically a middle left person who's like, I'm anti-woke, guys. Megan Rock and Roll, thanks to two.
Again, it's weird, the nuance there in beliefs. All right, let's see.
Exploits people's emotions surrounding trending sentiments for the sole purpose of capitalizing.
What does he say here?
It's $5. I like how this guy seems genuinely convinced.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, sometimes the audio just cuts out for no reason.
Because he's appealing to the dick suckers. Is that possible?
Hello, RC.
Maybe. Maybe. Mega Rock and Roll, thanks $5. I like how this guy seems genuinely convinced your real name is Devin. Oh, I haven't gotten that far.
Hello, Jordy. Welcome. Okay, this is more of a fun one. You're all good, Jordy. You haven't missed anything important. This whole stream is not important. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to set the record straight and have this in the archives, if anything. But this is more of a fun, lighthearted one. Ribbity, just ribbity. Okay. I didn't realize that his name isn't actually Devin. That was on me. I didn't realize that's not his name. He looks like a Devin. I don't know what it is. It looks like he has kind of he has the sort of like facial hair of a Devin. Just somebody who has like parents that the vibe I get from this guy is that his parents are like ultra left wing, and at a very young age he decided I want to be different, and then started saying all this racist shit just to kind of like, rebel against his parents, which, hey, well done. You've done it. But yeah, the reason I say that is I feel like, you get these kind of like crunchy granola hippy dippy parents, and they're like, oh, I want to name my kid, I want to name my kid Oak. I want to name my kid Leaf. I'm going to name my kid Devin. That's the kind of vibe I get from him. So when he said that his name was Devin, and when that was the joke that I guess his fan base was going with, I believed it. I fell for it. So they got me on that one. I'll admit to that. I genuinely thought your name was Devin. I guess it's Devin, which makes, is more of a common name. But, yeah. Part of me wants to think that Harmon Smith is an elaborate troll. Oh, yeah. We'll get to him. Frogmire being brothers with Synthetic Man was kind of surprising. I disagree. It was not surprising for me, but I guess like visually they look pretty different. But their voices sound very similar. And when you look at their content side by side, it's indistinguishable.
Spoilers. Dude, if that's true, that's really funny. Debinru. That's me. Debinaru. Only Craig, thanks for $2. We need to hypno Craig this. I don't think you need to hypno him. Dude, I'm going to be honest. I don't think the hypno is going to be necessary in this scenario.
Okay.
Both ways, just like me, baby. And well, I'll mainly be
Wait,
focused.
what the fuck? Wait, I was
Oh yeah, they really don't like that joke. They don't like the bisexual jokes.
distracted. The fuck was that? Sir Bunkerlag, thanks for $5. This is pure projection. Authentic, genuine feelings don't exist. Only manufactured ones, except for his own, of course. This is the part that's fucking annoying. It's both sides. So his argument is that all feelings are manufactured. Genuine feelings do not exist.
All right. Let me just say this. He has gone on record saying that he follows a specific script that his brother gave to him. His brother gave him a specific script. Make content that is timely and incendiary and will get people to click on that right then and there. So, and later on in this video, I go on to point out 2 separate times where his opinion changed in weird coordination with what his brother was saying on his own channel. So, no, I'm not saying that people aren't allowed to have their own opinions and that, that having these strong opinions makes you a grifter. I have very strong opinions. Again, Metroid Prime 4, very strong opinions on that game. I was very authentic to how I felt about that game in my video. I'm saying that there is I can look at your content, the shit that you have deliberately put out in the world, and find disparities in what you are saying, what you believe. And And on top of that, I could also find a fucking stream of you, an archive stream on YouTube of you saying what your content plan is, and it doesn't involve integrity. You're not trying to be, and I don't think he would ever argue that he's trying to have any integrity or have like even real consistency. And that's my whole point. You are grifting. Like, you are changing your opinion. You are capitalizing off of the trending sentiments, which is now currently hating Nintendo, and you're steering into that. That is what you're doing. I don't understand how you're trying to claim that, like, no, it's coming from this really authentic place. Like, no, man. No, it's not. And why are, like, you're accusing me of lying. You're accusing me of, like, spinning this narrative. This is the narrative that you have gone on record saying. On streams, in your content. You can see it in your fucking content. So, I don't know. He's trying to play both sides. He's trying to play like a gotcha. I was trolling you this whole time. I don't believe any of this shit. It's rage bait. You fell for it. But also trying to play this card of like, no, but I actually believe this, and you don't know what I believe and what I don't believe. And it's like, yeah, that's the whole thing. I don't know what you believe and what you don't believe because you capitalize and you grift. That's what it is. All right. This dude might have been a better person if not for his brother. Yeah, maybe. He's still got time. I think he's a kid. My guess, I think that he is either 17 years old or 40 years old. I can't tell. But he's one of the two. And if he airs closer to the 17 side, he's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of time to become a better person. His brother might be a little too far gone. Well, I might be 17. You don't think so? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm saying that if he's closer to that side, I think that if this guy just went to therapy and moved out of his parents' house, stopped talking to his brother for a while, I think I think he could honestly come around. Because I do actually think that there are people in his audience that stick with him who either don't know who he is and what he believes in and who's, related to and makes content with. I think there are people in his audience that probably are a little bit more open-minded and could steer him in the right direction if he listened to them. And there are probably people in his life who would do the same thing. But currently, he's on a bad track. All right, let's keep going.
Maybe the argument is unless you're in the middle. Unless you're, of course, the middle. But to me, that's the most grifter of all. You're trying to steal from everyone. You're like, oh, I'll make a Nintendo hate video because it's popular. Then I'll make a Nintendo love video because it's popular.
Again, I don't do either of those things. I will say I've made Nintendo hate videos for sure. I mean, I don't even know if you could call them that though. I'm not trying to just like, toot my own horn here, but if you go back to any of my videos that are like, even on the surface, yeah, maybe they have some like kind of clickbaity thumbnail, title, whatever. I'll own up to that for sure. I'm guilty of that. I think any YouTuber is guilty of like clickbait. Clickbait is good, for us anyways. But if you go back to any of my videos, they're always kind of a little of column A, a little of column B. And not because I'm trying to just suck up to everyone. In fact, it usually, my opinions on games like Donkey Kong Bonanza have gotten me a lot of flack and have gotten me a lot of dislikes and a lot of people calling me a piece of shit or whatever because I said I didn't like the DLC. And I also said that the DLC played a bigger impact than I think a lot of people thought it did, and still believe it does. So you go back to any of my videos, the earliest ones even, it's never 100% hate, 100% love. I mean, it really is not. And I would say maybe with the sole exception of that 2-minute one that I have, which is just all irony and whatever, you know, it's a shit post. But yeah, that's really the only one that I think kind of really steers into one side entirely. And again, it's 2 minutes. Crispy Fingers, I just don't like roguelikes, so I wasn't interested in their DLC. Yeah, I agree. I don't like roguelites either, and I don't like that the extra content was cosmetic, mostly. Besides the extra mode, everything else was like cosmetic.
Grifter, that's the soulless golem, but no,
Okay.
it's the grifting. I don't know, dog. Haman, thanks for the $2. Fertanga shills Xbox slop unless it's super woke too. Dude, what Xbox slop is there to even shill? When is the last Xbox anything? Didn't they announce their new console and it's just a computer? I don't know. What is there even to shill with that?
Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this is another one. This is just a point he completely missed. And this wasn't a joke either. This was me just saying something that he just fucked up. So I will hold him accountable for this one because this wasn't on me.
Ew, gross. Ew.
Oh yeah, here wait.
It's just pathetic.
Swing both ways, just like me, baby. And well,
Ew,
I'll
ew,
mainly
ew, gross, ew.
All right, we grossed out Lord Frogmire. Mission accomplished.
That's me.
Uh-huh.
who deserves hate. As much as
Uh-huh.
I can't stand it when people compare Nintendo
Oh my
fans
gosh.
to Disney adults, they aren't entirely wrong.
Okay, why are they wrong? What's
Okay. He missed the operative word in that sentence. I said, as much as I hate it when people compare Nintendo fans to Disney adults, they aren't entirely wrong. They aren't entirely wrong. That's me admitting that the comparison is apt. All right? And if you want to know the truth, the reason I'm maybe a little reluctant to admit it in this delivery here is just because I'm a Nintendo fan. I said it. I'm a Nintendo fan, and Disney adults get a bad rep, as do Nintendo fans. We all get a bad rep, and the comparison is apt. Anyways, he goes on. Just he didn't hear the aren't in that sentence. Go back.
Disney adults, they aren't entirely wrong.
okay? Why are they wrong? What's different?
They aren't.
What's wrong with the Disney adult? Huh? Is it because they're obese and gross and weird, and they're man children and women children? Is that why? I wonder what that would also describe. I wonder who that would also describe.
Oh my god, it's like fucking, it's so crazy. I'm telling you that the comparison is apt. I just said that. Why are you're taking the most like fucking basic, like I'm showing you the Reddit post from 3 years ago. Whatever take he has here is fucking ridiculous and as old as dirt. It's ridiculous. Yes, we are on the same side. I am agreeing with you. I said it. Why are you coming up with this false narrative?
I don't know. Go ahead. Explain it to me. Stop being a pussy and explain to me what's wrong with Disney adults. I want to know, because you seem to think these are two different things. Dr. Moldberg, thanks for the €2. What's going to be the 50K sub special, Debin? Hi, Debin.
I don't care.
I wasn't thinking of anything. Then instead of now. I don't know. You let me know. Let me know what you think would be fun.
I think for his 50K sub special, he should legally change his name to Devin. I think it's a better name, honestly. Devin? I know some Devins. This guy's not a Devin. He's a Devin. And I like the 2 Ds. Sorry, the 2 Bs. Maybe 2 Ds and 2 Bs.
These theme parks have become so expensive in part because the company knows they could rely on their most staunch supporters to cough up the money regardless, and thus make up for whatever revenue they lose from pricing normal people out of a ticket. And I honestly think Nintendo is doing the same damn thing.
There we go. See? The comparison is apt.
absolutely deserves to be criticized and called out. But I think lately, the valid negativity that...
Wait, I want to hear you fucking pussy. I knew he was going to pussy out. That's why I said it before he even talked. I knew he was going to pussy out. He specifically said he does not like the comparison between Nintendo fanboys and Disney adults. What's the difference?
I told you I don't like the comparison, but there wasn't a difference. The comparison was apt. I'm telling you now, I guess he's not watching, so it doesn't matter. But I'll tell you the reason I don't like the comparison, which you could obviously probably just glean from the fucking, thumbnail and my channel just in general, is because I am a Nintendo fan. I don't want to be fucking lumped in with Disney adults. That's just the truth, all right? That's just the truth. But at the end of the day, we're the same fucking people. We are the same people. Me and Disney adults, we're the same people, so I shouldn't be so discriminatory towards them, because guess what? We all get fucking clowned on, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. But I will say, can I just say this also? So many people, their only thing about Nintendo fans and Disney adults is the fact that Disney adults and Nintendo fans are just physically disgusting. They'll always just pull up pictures, and that's exactly, like, they'll pull up, like, Harmon Smith. They'll pull up the meme of the, stop defending the multi-billion-dollar, stop hurting the multi-billion-dollar company meme or whatever, and then they'll pull up, like, a larger woman wearing Mickey Mouse ears and be like, look, oh my god, they're so fucking gross, right? I'm just like, that argument is so weak to me. It's so fucking weak. I just don't understand it. I'm like, okay, you're just pointing out, like, you have no issues with, like, what they're doing, or like the companies or the corporate sort of pandering and devotion that these people have in their personal lives. You just care about whether or not they're overweight. It's like, it's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, I think that a much better reason to call out the comparison and to call them out is just their corporate alliance. The fact that they are getting literally pummeled by the companies that they are devoted to financially. Anyways, that's what I'm trying to say, and I think that's a bit more constructive. I think it's a bit more constructive on the problem with Disney adults and Nintendo fanboys. I think that's the issue there. I don't think whatever. If you're overweight, that's not a problem unless it's affecting you physically and health-wise, in which case obviously it might be. But I don't think that it's inherently, it doesn't hurt me. And the thing is, it does hurt people like Lord Frogmire. It is something that they constantly need to point out. They constantly need to discuss. And anytime you're like, hey, why are you making fun of fat people so much? They're like, what? So it's wrong to make fun of fat people now? It's like, no, it's just like, what's your problem? That's my issue. All right. I look like a Nintendo fan, so I'm working out. Jordy, work out for you. Work out for your own image. Work out to be in a body that you feel happy with. Don't work out for anybody else. Don't let the haters fucking get you down, all right? Too many overweight Disney adults, along with their devotion to corporate, their impulsive and indulgent lifestyle, leads to them sinking into their favorite brand more. Same thing with Nintendo fans, Bad Dragon. See, we're agreeing on something. 100%. It is, but the thing is that I think we also look at them like, oh, they're the problem. If Disney adults just didn't exist, then Disney wouldn't be a fucking corporation. It's like, no, the issue is still the corporation. Like, they're the ones bleeding these fucking people dry, you know? Yes, they should take some accountability. Yes, we should all take some accountability and say, I'm not going to buy a $50 amiibo. But at the same time, why are we just letting the fucking company off the hook here? Why, like, it's the same thing with gambling companies, you know? Like, why are we letting these people who clearly just are bleeding their fucking most hardcore fans dry get away with it and putting all the onus on the people buying the product? I think, again, it's a two-way street. You shouldn't buy the shit, obviously, but if you are a fanboy, if you are fucking devoted to this corporation, me telling you to do that isn't going to change it. It really is like predatory business practice at the end of the day. I see plenty of criticism to the company and people. I see mostly criticism to the people, or at least I see the people being dogged on the most. And it's because the company is fucking huge. It's impenetrable.
To know what you think is the difference, why you think Disney adults are worse. You pussy. Have an opinion, you fucking coward.
I do.
I just want
I've
something
got
to
plenty of
comment
opinions.
on. Will you ever stream Dokefon? No. No.
And exploited in the same fashion as all the excitement that Nintendo stirred up throughout the Switch era. My problem with these channels is not that they are expressing disdain towards Nintendo. My problem is that they're
Nuance. That was what.
Oh, here we go.
for nuance, and my problem is that their one-note coverage leaves no room for nuance, and in conjunction with their
Oh
positive
my god, the nuance. That was what was missing. The nuance. Because there's so much nuance in you saying nothing. That's always my favorite. No, you don't understand. The nuance is saying, what if there are two sides? What this could be good.
That literally is nuance, you fucking idiot. It's so funny him just describing nuance. What nuance is like, what if there were two sides? Yeah, that's kind of it, actually. That's the whole thing with nuance, is that there's a gray area. There's usually a little of column A, a little of column B. Except when it comes to the quality of your content. That's all column B being the shitty column. He is very confident in himself, I know. Look, this is actually a good frame I stopped on here. I do like this frame. Here, maybe I'll widescreen this. I like his I like the fact that he unironically rubs his pubic hair on his face here. I think that's pretty funny. Anyways, I'm being hypocritical. I'm making fun of his physical appearance when I made a point not to do that in this video, but oh well.
That's nuance, dude. It's a balance. You don't understand. Haven't you heard
Also,
of wushu?
If you're not paying attention already, I highly recommend, if you get a chance, looking at some of these fucking comments on the side here. Again, I don't think creators are responsible necessarily for their audience. Sometimes people just get dragged in, I should say, and it's not their fault, and it's whatever. But I do think that, like, if everyone in your fucking chat is just this much of a piece of shit. This guy right here, Balmug5150, he was the guy who told me to hang myself in my comments, which, okay, you know, not the nicest thing to say, but not, you know, bigoted necessarily. But then you get people like Schizophrenic Shrimp, or people like Axed 0ner0. Nuance is slur shit. A lot of people calling me this word in my comments too. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? I'm surprised that YouTube doesn't just block that out. I mean, it literally is a slur, and they're pretty good at recognizing when people are calling me other things. But yeah. Anyways,
Asian. It's all about balance. I hate this.
counterparts is currently zapping whatever gradation remained in online Nintendo discourse, which is being pushed further and further.
Okay, say what it is then, you fucking pussy. Say.
You want me to say what it is? I do say what it is in the video. Let me just be clear. I say what the nuance is in the fucking video, but I'll repeat it here because you're not watching it. You're just fucking pausing and then inserting your own shitty dialogue, which is what I'm doing right now in response. This is what the fucking nuance is, right? Nintendo does shitty things. Recently, they've been doing a lot more shitty things than usual. People have rightfully called out those shitty things, and people have also exploited that because they've realized how fucking popular it is to go online and say, Nintendo bad. Did you guys know Nintendo bad, though? They've realized that that gets them millions of views. And I've realized that, too. And I'm saying that that is the same exact fucking thing as going online and being like, Nintendo actually awesome. Did you know that? Nintendo actually awesome. Which is what Nintendo influencers have been doing for a fucking decade at this point online. It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. The people who just say one thing entirely or one thing except the opposite entirely cannot be trusted, and they shouldn't have you shouldn't be taking them seriously. You should not be taking these fucking people seriously. And I don't think that this guy even really thinks that himself. I don't think he believes that you should be taking him seriously either. But he certainly has the fucking self-righteous aura of somebody who should be taken seriously, I guess. And yeah. Anyways, that's the fucking nuance. That should be called out. And yeah, it is like literally it ruins every conversation you have online surrounding this company. It does. It's like it's either you have to fucking hate them relentlessly for no real good reason, or you have to excuse all of their shitty business practices. Two things can be true at the same time. Should I become a Nintendo hate grifter? I need money for a PS5. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good tech right there, Jordy. I highly recommend doing that. These people. Oh, hello, Swifts. These people seem like the type to buy an expensive matcha cake when you only need 4 ingredients and a few minutes to make it yourself. I think I wouldn't have thought of that as a diss, but I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll lob it at them myself. I'll agree, even though I'm not sure I fully understand, and I'm sure that would actually be an accusation they'd hurl at us, the people who were fucking stupid enough to buy a Switch 2. I will say they probably are. And here's the thing: they also all these guys did buy a Switch 2. Some stupid brain rot meme. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I my ability to understand references is astonishingly low. Anyways, I gotta move through this a little faster. There's a few points I want to get to. And I'm so sick of watching this already. Let's get to the part where we're talking about him. We're pretty much there already.
Avoiding anything definitive at all costs. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Make a decision, you pussy.
Result.
Who's that over there? That's me. Why is he?
Come on. That's where I call him a white nationalist.
Nationalists.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Did he just accuse a black man of being a white nationalist? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Who the fuck do you think you are, you fucking racist? You racist piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He spent this whole goddamn video using digital blackface, and he calls me a white nationalist? He calls me a white nationalist. A half a black man.
Jordy, you missed it, but earlier he accused me of using digital blackface because one of the stock images I use has a black man in it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's being serious, but as I said earlier, his comment section does think it's it's serious. Bad Dragon, very strange of you to accuse a black man of being a white nationalist. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you just repeating the same joke. That's hilarious. Repeating the same unfunny joke that wasn't funny the first time. It says a lot that the skin color of your stock image was what strikes him. Again, it's a stock image. I'm just like, I use it in all of my videos. So if any of the people in his comment section who are taking this seriously want to, ever want to watch me because they're all huge fans of me, they could do that.
Half Jewish, half black, all Jewish. This guy's an anti-Semite. He's a fucking racist. Uses digital blackface. Sucks cock. That one's unrelated. Who's he think he is? I'm the leader of the NAACP. I got shot fighting ICE.
All right, this is fucking obnoxious.
There's no fucking way. This fucking retard.
Oh yeah, this is funny actually. Yeah, I called him Devin.
Dude, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, I thought his name was Devin, and it should be.
No, this fucking retard. Holy fuck. He actually think that's my name. There's no fucking way.
It should be your name, man. It's a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Kobe. I don't know. Allegedly, he has a brother, I think. But other than that, I have no...
Can we just fucking move on?
Kobe literally said that to me. He's like...
Oh, my God.
You buffoon! You buffoon! You buffoon! I spent my whole life bullying retards. You think I wasn't going to see this? You think I wasn't going to see this, you fucking idiot? Wait.
Millions of views making
Yep,
Nintendo
yep.
content despite being active on this website for even less time than I have.
Oh no! Oh no! Less time. Dude.
This is also a really good part of the video where he likes to pause right before I make the joke and say, I'm jealous. You're right. I'm jealous. And it's like a gotcha moment. He's kind of caught in his own snafu here. He's saying, "Oh, I caught on that very subtle way you expressed envy. You're clearly just jealous of me." It's like, "Yep, that's the joke, man."
It's not a big
if you would
deal,
let it
dog.
play for
It's
2
not a-
seconds,
we all have
you would
ups,
see
our
it.
ups and downs. I'm in a down right now. It's been down. It's
Good.
been down. I will give you. Listen here. I will give you. The problem is you're a freak, and I don't want your mental disease. But I would give you my entire YouTube channel for you. I assume you have good health. For good
I don't.
physical health, I would trade my entire YouTube channel. It's not that big of a deal. Everyone has good and bad luck in various areas. Get over it, you fucking pussy. Like, who cares, dog? Who cares? Everyone admire Rune. Oh fuck, he's not even.
Oh
fucking
my God, dude, get off the fucking
knowing
RuneScape.
who this is or not. I don't. That seems stupid. He's like literally saying my name, my real law-given name, Debin, and I can't. I'm fucking. Look at it. What is this? Huh? What is this?
Yeah, this was what kind of killed everything. Him doing this right here. That's what sent all the fucking freaks to my comment section.
What is it? Look at these comments. He's being commented. I don't know. We'll read the comments later. Everyone, take a screenshot. What the fuck is that? ReZero?
Go.
Tell me.
Okay, here we go. This is
Anyway.
where he finally gets to the fucking punchline.
And fucko, before you call me jealous and tell me to go
Too late, pussy. Too late, pussy. I paused too fast.
You did. You paused way too fucking fast.
Paused too fast. You were too slow. You could have been faster and you chose not to because you're weak of will and mind. That's why. You're weak of will and mind. Get owned.
Cry about it.
He owned me, guys.
Let me just say that, yeah, I am jealous.
Why would you admit that?
And now I'm crying about it, so I hope you're happy. Of course
I am. I said this about all of my enemies. This whole, like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. You're a pussy if you've ever said that or thought that. I wish only the worst on...
Wow, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. Good thing he didn't fucking pause right before the punchline. That would have been a huge waste of time. All right, let's move on.
Anyway, whenever I hear milk, that's what I think of. So he's saying milk.
Oh, I think I called him a milk toast edgelord.
Oh,
God, I
yeah, you didn't have to watch shit. You could have just said this stuff. It wouldn't have changed very much.
I just need to get to the next point.
He's grilling. That same teacher, right? So feminist lady who does not like trans people. And one of the twin stepdaughters.
Oh, he goes off on some rant
right?
here about something he did in
He just grilled.
high school.
He used to post all the time.
Okay, I just need to keep going. Oh, this is where I think I accuse him of being a nepo baby, which he is.
At no point can you ever just admit that you fucked up, or maybe you're just an unlovable freak. That's also possible. I'm not saying it's true, but it's certainly possible that you're an unlovable freak. You never know. You never know.
I'm like, it's interesting because he makes this joke constantly, and it's hard to tell with these guys. And I know that they'll just accuse me of not being in on the joke, right? But there's an endless this fucking all of this endless cesspool of irony with these guys. And I'm not above a little irony. I like irony, but like when you're getting to these like crazy, levels of irony and post-irony and oh no, I was being ironic about being ironic. Like when you get to that level just to defend everything you say and to always make somebody else look like the butt of the joke, it's frustrating. You can't even fucking have a conversation with these people. So what does he say here? He says
also possible. I'm not saying...
yeah. He's calling me a freak, or he's saying I'm not calling you a freak, but it's possible. You're a unlovable freak. His words, not mine. Anyways, it's interesting that he says that just because again throughout the stream he says, "Oh, you said a lot of really mean things about me, but I didn't say anything mean about you." It's like, dude, I have literally come after your content and your content alone. Like, that is all I'm doing. The difference between me coming after your content and you coming after me personally with your whole fan base also attacking me personally and, my sexual orientation, all of that shit, is that you're bringing something completely irrelevant into the equation here. And also kind of proving my point a little bit. You're an anti-Nintendo YouTuber, and your issue is with me, who I am, personally. And frankly, man, you don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know who you are either, which is why I made judgments about your content, your online persona, your brother's online persona, and what that may or may not say about you. Anyways, yeah, we need to fucking speed through this. There's one point here. I can't even be bothered. It's just jokes. He doesn't care that you're bi. He does. He absolutely does.
In my opinion, I'm not any of the...
I'm like, yes, he cares that I'm bi. His fan base definitely cares that I'm bi. And you like shrugging it off as just jokes is exactly what he wants people like you to do. Exactly. If he didn't care, he wouldn't be putting so much focus on it. Exactly. And hey, look, if he just doesn't like gay people, that makes sense for his fucking demographic. But he also sounds like a victim complex. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, a victim complex? What the fuck is a victim complex? I'm not saying I'm a victim here. I'm just saying he doesn't like gay people. He does not like gay people. I guarantee you. If he says he likes gay people, he doesn't like them in practice. And his fan base doesn't like them in practice. And his brother doesn't like them in practice. I'm not saying I'm a fucking victim. I'm not. I'm fine. But I don't know what the fuck a victim complex is. I think he just made that up. All right.
I don't know what they did. Who is this man's? This is
Can we just get, I don't even know.
Something along those lines. I don't think you should do that. I think that's probably not very nice. But that would be like the equivalent. But anyway, my point is, like, he's missing the point. The point isn't about rage baiting. It's about doing whatever is popular. Like
Bazinga. I say bazinga because I recently met the real life Jim Parsons for work, and he was a very nice guy, and I've been saying bazinga a lot recently. Anyways, here he just says something I was talking about earlier. Do what is popular. Make content that is popular. That's his motive here. That's what he's trying to do. He's not being authentic. He was not being authentic. We can tell because there's discrepancies in his opinions that coincide with what his brother is doing. His brother, which has given him all this advice to make this shitty fucking channel from hell to begin with. So he accuses me of he says oh, well, what if Nintendo influencers are genuinely just excited about Nintendo things? And what if Nintendo hate influencers are genuinely just hateful of Nintendo? They aren't. Because you're admitting to the fact that you are not. You are doing what is popular. You are grifting. That's what that's what the fucking video is about. Who would have thought? All right.
No, it sounds bad because it is bad. Like I at no point have I said I make art, because I don't. This
is another thing. I'm gonna skip ahead to. There's really just one or two things I wanna skip ahead to. This is one right here. The Harmon Smith part, and then maybe the end, and then we can be done with this shit. But I will say this also. This is something that Fertonga also said in his stream about not making art. Their argument is, I don't think that, you shouldn't be putting this much effort into your videos. He's not necessarily saying that. Lord Frogmire isn't saying that. Fertonga did say that. He said, you're spending all this time editing. You're spending all this time doing blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, everyone else is just making these, last minute, just kind of whatever videos and getting way more subs than you are. So maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Put less effort into your videos. Just say shit. And my whole thing is and that's kind of what Lord Frogmire is saying too. He doesn't want to make art. Fucking Bad Dragon. You skipped 50 seconds, then responded to the clipped portion you resumed to pretend he's admitting to griffing. Can you just go watch the fucking live stream yourself? You really want me to go back and get the whole clip in context? Here's the whole clip in context.
Point isn't to rage bait.
You are the only Lord Frogmire fan here. Why are you why? Yeah, you were there. So why do you need me to go back? Did you remember what he said?
That's insane levels of rage bait. They got fucking. It was 50% dislikes or whatever.
Here.
In fact, this is
where I'm going back to, and then we're moving on.
Which is fantastic, but it's also
stop hating Nintendo just because you're broke, dude. The thing is, I think you're missing the point, because I actually made a super rage baity video that did really bad. It was still my true opinion. I'm just a rage baity person, I guess. But the what was it called? The Silk Song is gonna be shit video or something. I said Silk Song is gonna be bad or something. It was something along those lines. That's insane levels of rage bait. They got fucking, it was like 50% dislikes or whatever. That video did not do very well compared to like other rage bait. You know what I mean? The point isn't to rage bait. It's I don't like doing it, which is why I don't really do it unless it's convenient. But it's just do the popular opinion, right? So like this got 47K, which is a lot for you, but I.
Okay. Is that enough of the fucking context there? Like, is that the whole context? Do you need more of the clip? That's the context, man. All right? He said the same exact thing I just said. All right? He's doing what's popular. He's grifting. He's taking the popular sentiments and he's making content surrounding that to get views. That's what he's fucking doing. All right? That's it. And he just said that. He just said that. Or he at least said, make stuff that's popular. Don't, and regardless of whether that goes with what you genuinely believe or not, okay? That's how he's gotten the fucking views he's gotten, along with the fact that he's platformed by a Nazi, you know? So that's your man there. That's your man, Bad Dragon. That's your guy. So, you know, congrats. You were unfortunately left with like the shittiest YouTuber to stand for. All right. The last thing I'm gonna say before I just move on, because I'm so fucking tired of this and want to get on with the stream. The last thing I'll say is, yeah, I don't think that this idea of like you should just make reactive shit that's timely, that's easy to pump out, that's easy to churn, that people will just watch in the background and not pay any attention to. Maybe that's the best way to get views. And it probably is, honestly. A lot of people are way more successful than I am in the same amount of time period because they've taken that route. And like, all the power to them. You know, I'm not discrediting anyone's success. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I am a little bit. But I'm not saying that success is bad. It is always the content itself. Is the content itself actually worthwhile, worth my time? Or is it, you know, just wasting my time and dragging shit out? That's kind of my... That's kind of my criteria. But personally speaking, just on a personal note, I don't want to take your fucking advice of like, don't try to make art. Don't try to put effort into your videos. That's the whole point of this, man. That's the whole point of this goddamn hobby. Look, it's not a fucking secret. Of course I would love to be successful at this. Of course I would love to be able to quit my shitty job and do this full time. Of course. Who wouldn't? This is a fucking amazing job for so many people. But I'm not at this level, why would I be making shit, you know? Why would I waste my time making shit? It's not worth it for any like success I might see, because the second I stop having fun making these videos and making them in a way where I'm like, oh, this is a quality video, this is something I put a lot of time and effort in, that I scripted fully, and something that I fully edited, like the second I lose that, none of this shit is worth it anymore. And maybe that's different for Lord Frogmire, maybe that's different for Fratanga, maybe that's why their content is so fucking shitty. Like truly, and I'm not saying I make good content, but I am saying that I do put effort. I put a lot of fucking effort into these videos, just a shit ton of effort into these videos, and I'm glad I do. Even when my computer's crashing and I'm being like a complete, you know, fucking recluse and just like hermetically sealed in my goddamn apartment, just editing all day. At the end of the day, it feels really good to put out something that you feel like you can watch back, you know? and not just something where you're talking. That's what streaming is for. That's what I'm doing right now. These unfiltered bullshit that I'm never going to rewatch this because it's not quality content. It's more about being here live. I don't want to make videos that feel like a live stream. And I don't know why that's their advice. It's like, oh, you won't make it on this channel. You won't make it on this platform unless you make shitty videos. And I don't think that's true because there's a lot of really good content creators who do. And even if I don't, I'd rather make good videos or videos that I think are of high quality. I don't care if he fucking thinks they are. And not have any success if that's what's destined, you know? I would rather that, genuinely. I'm not catching up on all the shit that you're saying, Bat Dragon. I'm not catching up on it. We got to move on. Let's go to, where is it? He accuses me of something crazy here. This is wild. I just want to get to the part with, I kind of make an edgy joke here. Here we go. Yeah.
Begging for free healthcare and to be taken.
Okay, so this is me responding to Harmon Smith.
Of videos
Views he gets. He sucks. We hate him. What did he do? What could he have possibly done?
has made thousands of videos pontificating pro-corporate Nintendo think pieces.
You know, Zoomers, you know, the people who are...
Nintendo deserves your... That's a title. That's a fucking title.
Begging for free healthcare and to be taken care of by the government are also demanding that they should be able to get the video games for free because you're such a...
I'm starting to see what he may deserve. I'm starting to,
loyal customer. Yeah, you're such a loyal customer that you won't even pay $70 for Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
I like to call them think pieces because his videos make me think about buying a piece and putting it in my mouth. He's prone to uploading...
That was AI.
All right, this is the other thing I'm going to say here. That was not AI. And he says it multiple times in the stream, and then people were accusing me of it in the chat too. This is not AI. It's funny too, and the only reason I want to just hone in on this point really quick is because in my initial draft of the script, I accused Lord Frogmire of using AI. I don't remember. I think it was Nintendine had something in one of his videos saying that he doesn't use AI in his thumbnails, and that was just completely made up by what's his fucking face? What's his face? Nintendine, who I talk about later in the video, who wasn't even making it up in like a malicious way or whatever. He was just saying it. He just got wrong information. But I'll show you right now. This shit was not AI. I'll show you exactly how I fucking did it. Since he's so curious and so quick with the accusations. Where is it? It's right here. All right. Let's just go through keyframe by keyframe. So here's my nested sequence. See you later, Swifts. Here's my nested sequence. It's very simple. We've got handsome man who watches a stream on a digital tablet while lying on the couch. This is from Story Blocks. And then we've got this green screen effect that I keyed out here using the Ultra key and placed in a very specific spot. And then we've got a picture of a gun that just pops up. And all of this is timed out to whatever, audio cues and whatnot. Anyways, all that to say, I didn't use AI. I take those accusations seriously because it would be a lot easier to edit if I did use AI, but also then my videos would look like complete shit, and I don't want them to look like that. So, no, this was not AI, and I will never use AI in any of my videos, at least not to help make the videos. Obviously, I've featured pictures of generative AI to disparage it before. Anyways, let's skip to the end here because I'm getting real fucking done with this. Off topic, do you have an idea what your next video will be? I have no idea. I'm actually kind of panicking. I have no idea. Usually I have the next idea planned, but I don't know yet. I have like a kernel of an idea that involves going out into the world and actually filming something, but I don't know. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. It's basically an idea where I would go into like the park. Prospect Park is right nearby, and just basically go out and ask people to sit down. You know, it'd be voluntary for people to come sit down with me in the park, random people, and I would have them play video games, and just kind of go into that. Because I'm interested in this idea of like normal people playing video games, people who aren't gamers, like seeing, like kind of just jumping in head first and also doing it in a public setting. I don't know. There's something interesting there, but obviously it needs a lot more fleshing out than what I have currently. And I film stuff for my job, so I have a nice camera. So it would be nice. I think it would be nice to put it to use for something personal as opposed to just using it constantly for my stupid job. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Bad Dragon says, I would never do that just from the threat of theft. Yeah, I have also thought about that. But if you're in a public enough spot where there's like a lot of people, you know, there's kind of a sweet spot where it feels like maybe a little more safe. I don't know. But regardless, I would like to do something like that. That'd be fun. Maybe interview Nintendo fans at the Nintendo store. Yeah, that too. I could get kicked out. Rockefeller Plaza is not a very friendly to random people with a camera. But that's a good idea, actually. I didn't think about that. It is there. It's in my least favorite part of New York City, but it is there. So maybe. And if I do, I will credit you with the idea. All right, we got to move on because there's one more video I want to watch before we Wall WRS. Are you really Biner? It's just a meme. Just asking though. Oh, are you really bi in? Oh, okay. Are you really bi or is it just a meme? I think you're asking if I'm actually bisexual or if it's just a meme. I am actually bi. Yeah, it's the joke is Curious George, and you know, bi Curious George. That's the joke. The joke isn't that, you know, bi people don't exist or that it's funny to be bi inherently. There's funny, you know, plays on words you can make with it. But yeah. No, I actually am, much to Lord Frogmire's chagrin. All right, let's see what he says at the end.
I did nothing wrong. The nose knows. Nintendo influencers ruin everything. Resident Evil Requiem, 2 hours and 30. All right, I think we got to at least read a couple comments. Don't deserve to see my bookmarks. You don't.
All right. I think we're done with this video. Actually, I think I'm just done. This next one is a little quicker, so we can get through that a little faster, and then move on to comments and be done with this all once and for all. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to watch the full thing, be my guest. But it doesn't get much better. Where did you get the name for your channel? If you're familiar with the word enmity, it's stupid, actually. This fucking channel name, I should have named it by Curious George. I didn't have the mascot when I named it. I came up with the mascot later. The word enmity means the state of being hostile or the state of being hostile or actively against. I think it has the same kind of like etymology or like origin as enmity, enemy. Yeah. So yeah, again, it's funny, and I the reason I've made so many videos about this, if you go back to literally the first video I made, I think the rising anger towards Nintendo was really kicking off right when I started my channel. This is back in, I want to say like right after the Switch 2 presentation is pretty much when I started my channel. And I was like, you know, maybe I'll make a bunch of YouTube like hate videos about the Switch. And I wrote this first one, and it ended up just kind of naturally not even being entirely negative. It was mostly negative towards influencers. The first video I ever made calls out all the fucking YouTube influencers for being shills, which is funny because, again, I think that sort of content, like, I won't say it didn't exist at that point, but it was just getting its start kind of right around when I was doing it. I think I was part of the bandwagon. That's, I guess, what I'll say. So, yeah, the origin, I was struggling to come up with the channel name, and I was like, all right, Nintendo enmity, you know. And then I was like, oh, maybe my nickname will be MIDI. I was like thinking 12 steps ahead. I was like, oh, well, my fan base will call me MIDI. They'll shorten it to MIDI. And I didn't even realize until like maybe a few months later, I was like, oh man, I don't want to be this. You know, I don't want to fucking make hate content, exclusively a hate content. I just want to make content like genuinely. I just want to talk about whatever the fuck I believe, whatever I think. And just put it out there. So yeah, that's the name of my channel. The dude doesn't even pronounce your name correctly. That's fair though. Honestly, I don't blame them. It's not a very easy name to pronounce. MIDI is a yapper. Sure am. That's why I'm here. What's your thoughts on iDubbbz and Anissa sweeping for Iran's dictator to demean an escaped refugee's testimony? I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't follow iDubbbz or Anissa. But I don't know. What's your opinion, Bad Dragon? Why don't you share your opinion with the class? Can still change it to By Curious George. I could, and I don't have that many subscribers, so I wouldn't mind just doing a hard reset on my SEO, as it were. But I think that there's other channels called By Curious George. Let me just double check. By Curious George, because I know it's an Impractical Joker's joke, which is really depressing. Actually, that's actually where it originates from. Although I will say I did not know, and you're gonna have to take my word on this. I did not know about this joke when I made the channel name. I swear, right hand to God, I had this joke By Curious George literally back in like 2014 when I was a kid. Me and my friends would joke about By Curious George. This and the book was always called the joke book was By Curious George Tries Cigarettes for the first time. Not funny, but we had this joke for forever. So when I found out that like a few years later Impractical Jokers got the jump on us and actually canonized it or put it out there, I was really depressed. But I'm not going to let them take it from me because, again, this was an organic thing. I think a lot of people have probably come up with the By Curious George joke before, but I also was one of them, and I didn't want somebody to take it from me as a resident By Curious person. Anyways, all right, we're gonna watch. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. This is something. I mean, I was gonna watch the fucking Furtonga Plays stream, but you have to be He makes you be a fucking member to watch his shitty stream of me talking. This is insane. This is insane. I'm all for members only content. Yeah, whatever. Make your own content that you have to pay for if it's actually good. You fucking talking about me? You doing a shitty live stream? I watched this whole fucking thing. Yeah, his fucking AI thumbnail. You have to pay to watch the video behind this dog shit thumbnail. Let me just say, for Tonga, you're the laziest piece of shit on YouTube. Laziest piece of shit. Your content is a piece of shit. I don't know about you. Maybe you're fine, but your content is a piece of shit. It's fucking terrible, and I think it's ridiculous that you have to pay. How much do I have to fucking pay you for this? I'm not going to subscribe. Whatever the price is for this members-only content, it is way too much. You should pay me to watch this bullshit. This is ridiculous. I watched the fucking video. He's like drinking a Modelo in the video. You're paying me to watch you watch the fucking video that I poured hundreds of hours of work into while you get buzzed? Fuck you, Furtonga. Your fucking channel sucks. All right. This is the last thing we're going to watch. And for those of you who are still with us, I warn you. I warn you, this is, I didn't get very far in this video because I was like, I'll just save it. I don't want to watch this shit twice. But this is, I think he says some, hate speech, so a couple slurs in this. So, I don't have any way of, censoring that. If that's something you don't want to hear, I don't blame you. Dip out now. This is a channel, Nukem Nintendo. He has very few subscribers. And it's interesting because he's a Nintendo fanboy. He's kind of like a Harmon Smith type guy. And he makes one point that I did overlook, which is the concept of Griffin Gaming. I didn't know who this person was, but he brings him up. Anyways, we're just going to watch it. We'll just sit through the whole thing.
All right, guys.
We'll sit through the whole thing besides my own video because he does play the video for a lot of it. All right.
All right, guys. Welcome back. I am back again for another video, and this should be a very interesting one. This is definitely something that I need to respond to because
he doesn't.
This guy is pushing a narrative that is just complete horseshit, and I'm about to show you why. But first of all, one of my followers and subscribers, he, shared this video on a Discord, and I decided to watch it because it was called something like Nintendo Hate Grifters or whatever. So it's a video going after the Nintendo Hate Grifters.
Oh yeah, Pira. Sorry, you joined my Discord earlier. This is the video that you sent. Thank you for sending it. Full credit to you for sending it. I wouldn't have found this shit. And this is, I think, one of the first videos that somebody has made about me. So it's kind of exciting. It sucks that it's so bad.
But there's a problem here. There's more to it than just that. First of all, this guy, this YouTuber, Nintenmity, that's his name, Nintenmity. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's trying to be funny or if he's a troll. If you guys can see his profile picture, it's Curious George, but he put a hat on him and put the words, "By Curious George." And then he puts black lipstick on his mouth to make him look gay and shit. And whenever you watch and listen to this video...
This is so good, dude. I think he's subtly getting it. I think he might be getting it, guys.
And put the words, "By Curious George." And then he puts black lipstick on his mouth to make him look gay and shit. And whenever you watch and listen to this video, this guy literally keeps just saying, "Yeah, I'm a bisexual," or something like it. He'll say that every now and then. So I'm like,
that's so crazy. He got there. I think he got there. But I don't know. Does he know? Do you think he knows? I'm not sure. I love that he includes the black lipstick too. He's like, He's like, there's something about the black lipstick that makes Bi Curious George look extra gay and shit. It's like, man, you should start like an investigative channel. You're really good at this.
This guy's a legit fag, then he deserves to go to hell. That's all.
All right, so there's the first slur we hear. Yeah, I mean, hey, he makes his point very clear. He thinks I should go to hell. Yeah.
Say about this guy. But I'm gonna show you guys this video real quick, not the whole thing, just certain parts, where he basically tries to imply that the alt-right, and if you guys don't know what the alt-right is, it's basically alternative right. This consists of white nationalists, people who are quote unquote racist or whatever.
Wait, what?
Basically alternative right. This consists of white nationalists, people who are quote unquote racist or whatever.
Did he just say white nationalists who are quote unquote racist? White nationalists who are quote unquote racist. That's no, that it's not. I don't know where this like they allegedly is coming from here. They are racist. What white nationalist would be like, "Hey man, you think I'm allegedly racist?" This is insane. This is insane. We're past the point where I've seen I haven't seen past this point. Yeah, we're in, you know, unexplored waters here, just warning you.
Xenophobic, people who don't want their country to just be taken over by a bunch of illegal immigrants or whatever. They don't want that bullshit happening. People with common sense, I guess you could say that as well.
White nationalists are people with common sense. Okay, got it.
Japan is a nation that is, you know, extremely nationalistic, racist, xenophobic, or whatever, all the stupid buzzwords that the liberals like to pull out their ass, right? Over there in Japan, they want it to remain. They want the people of the land to be Japanese, right? And
dude, I'm so confused. Why are we talking about Japan nationalism? Japanese nationalism right now? Like, this is... Okay, all right. Let me know if we're back. Let me know if we're back, because I did just see that the stream went out entirely. And then once we're back, once I get some sort of confirmation, we'll go back. We're back. All right, thank you, Jordy. Good luck. All right, we're back. We're gonna keep going.
Their country is not a shithole, like every other country that just imports a bunch of stupid Somalis and other people from third world countries.
This is fucking insane. Oh my god.
Like, you know, there's no country out there that has mass importation of immigrants that's doing well at all. Europe is, you know, going down the shitter.
Shut the fuck up.
So many different European countries. Poland is like the only country in Europe, well, one of the few. So you can say that they're, you know, quote unquote racist and xenophobic, and you can say that they're like white.
Anytime somebody says to you, racist, oh, what? Am I being racist? When they're saying it in that voice, they're being racist. This is insane.
Right? And yet they're one of the best countries in Europe to go visit.
Why are we talking about Europe?
Essentially.
Why the fuck
So
are
I
we
just want to put that out there. Because this Nintendomity guy, I think he's one of these like libtards, these woke libtards, who just tries to make it seem like people who are white nationalists or whatever are just evil.
Yes. Yes, sir. You caught me. I am one of those people who tries to make it seem like white nationalists are evil. I'll admit to it. You caught me. I do try to do that. It's not very hard, actually. In fact, they kind of make themselves look evil just by existing. This is insane. This is crazy. I didn't realize it got so crazy. I knew when he dropped the F slur, it was like, we're dealing with one of those, but I didn't realize it got to this level. This is crazy. All right.
Stuff like that. And so, of course, I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to make it seem like you can't be a Nintendo fan and a white nationalist at the same time. You can't be far right or whatever and a fan of Nintendo. You just can't. I think that's what he's trying to do here.
I'm not trying to say that. Did you watch the video before you made this fucking shitty ass video? I literally am not trying to say that. I point out Harmon Smith. Harmon Smith is, this guy might be a little farther right than Harmon is, but Harmon is not to be toyed with. Harmon says some insane shit.
And that's complete horseshit. First of all, PlayStation, of all people, are probably the most woke and progressive in all of video gaming. That's
so true. That is a fact. Yeah, PlayStation is the most woke and progressive because Abby from Last of Us Part 2 has really nice arms, has big buff arms.
I mean, they always have gay characters and shit in their video games.
Yeah, that's also true.
But Nintendo really does not do that kind of thing. Very rarely do they ever have some type of little woke insert in their video games, and usually it's something very small and minor, like, oh, here's a non-binary option in Tomodachi Life.
In Tomodachi Life.
Which is a game that many people aren't going to pick up and play. And hopefully not. I think people should boycott that stupid game, if anything.
I think people should buy Tomodachi Life because it's going to be funny. That's my opinion. I think there's going to be some fun things that happen in Tomodachi Life, and you should buy it if you like those kind of games. But that's just my opinion.
Especially now that we have Pokemon Pokopia, which is a far better game. But I think that's what this guy's trying to do here in this video. Let me show you the video here. Nintendo Discourse sucks now. So that's all. That's all it's called. Nintendo Discourse sucks.
That's all
now.
It's called.
He's got, all of the Nintendo hate grifters right there. Nintendine, Incel Man, Fagmeyer, and Fratango Plays.
Okay, so he hates all of these guys. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. I mentioned the infighting. The infighting. Yeah, Bad Dragon, he just called your freaking goat the F slur. How's that feel? Maybe these guys aren't so great, huh? Anyways, it's just weird. It's crazy to see the infighting because, again, he hates all of these guys. And he doesn't just hate them. Spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure that he does not hate these guys just because they dislike Nintendo. I think that he probably also dislikes them because they're not right-leaning enough. This guy, I think, he might be the farthest right so far.
Let me say this. Synthetic Man and Lord Frogmire, they're both brothers. They're both pathetic incel losers. And unfortunately, they typically try to brand themselves as white nationalists. And I don't think it's because they're legitimately white nationalists. If they are, that's fucking sad. That's sad that these two fucking dick eaters that just look like they just binge watch Netflix, eat Cheetos all day, are like trying to like represent white people or whatever, and all they're doing is just embarrassing white people. So yeah,
I'm baffled, man. I'm baffled. Okay, so he doesn't like Lord Frogmire and Synthetic Man because they're white nationalists, but they put a bad name to white nationalists, is what I'm hearing. So white nationalists need to be attractive and buff and not eat Cheetos and watch Netflix.
Those two guys, they typically make content that is anti-woke while being the biggest fucking losers on the internet. It's very unfortunate. It's kind of, I don't know why you would want to watch those guys. What just when they're just a huge embarrassment, to people on the right. But
No, man. No. You honestly, you're all just a fucking huge embarrassment, period. This is I mean, I'm in shambles right now. This is crazy. This guy's going to bat for white nationalists. That's his issue here. That's crazy. I didn't think I would get this. I didn't think I'd get somebody saying... I knew I would be getting people saying, hey, we're not white nationalists. What are you talking about? We just hate diversity and equity and inclusion. We hate all of that stuff, but we're not white nationalists. This is him just saying, no, I am a white nationalist, and I don't like nerdy-looking white nationalists. Because it makes buff white nationalists like me, the faceless Nintendo YouTuber, look bad.
Video. This guy, Nintenmini, he brings up Harmon Smith.
I do.
Right here in this section. Part 2, Cope and Seed.
Yep.
He begins to talk about Harmon Smith and how Harmon Smith is... He's just like them in the sense that he's a white nationalist, whatever.
Yes.
But he's a Nintendo fan and he defends Nintendo.
Yes.
And he then goes on to point out that Harmon Smith does not get nearly the amount of views or subscribers that these guys have.
And clearly you don't either, Mr. 339 subscribers. Again, I feel like this is kind of my point here, right?
And then he goes on to say, try to explain that the reason is because he's playing for the wrong team here.
And so are you.
Again, that's complete BS. But let's go ahead and just check out what this stupid monkey has to say real quick. And I'm going to reply to it.
Cool. I'm excited.
To answer this question, let's take a reverse
Holy
look at
shit. What is
Nintendo's
he fucking... Look, you don't have to be a great editor or anything, but what is...
White Knight, a Nintendo influence.
Is he just playing this out of his phone and putting the phone up to the speaker? This... Dude, come on. On X Recorder, that's your editor, huh? It's X Recorder.
Who never quite went on to witness the same level of success as his contemporaries. Harmon Smith has made thousands of videos pontificating pro-corporate Nintendo think pieces.
You know, Zoomers, you know, the people who are begging for free healthcare and to be taken care of by the government are also demanding that they should be able to get video games for free because you're such a loyal customer. Yeah, you're such a loyal customer that you won't even pay $70 for Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
I like to call them think pieces because his videos make me think about buying a piece and putting it in my mouth. He's prone to uploading multiple times a day, even when there's no Nintendo news.
Dude, RC, I know, exactly. I'm like, why are you playing this shitty-ass loop of music? I can't even hear it. He should record on a 3DS next time. It has better audio balancing. Yeah, this is... I can't even hear what I'm saying in the fucking video.
Talk about, and that's because Harmon's definition of brand loyalty is extreme, to say the least.
Reposition my headphones. It genuinely hurts to listen to.
Alright, let me just pause it here. First of all,
can I just say I love Harmon Smith's intro. I think it's so good. I don't know how he got that clip of him being so buff. I'm like, I have no idea. But it is so good. Him just taking off his shirt and smiling into the camera is like, it's gold. It's beautiful. That's AI generated. Yeah, I was thinking it was, but it's so good. It's so good. It's just perfect. And I don't know if he's a troll. I have no idea. I don't know with Harmon Smith at a certain point, but like, just also the like anime girl just dancing is so perfect. Like, you can't make that shit up. And I'm assuming the song is AI generated too. The other guy who has that sort of thing's Angry Vigilante. He does a lot of AI thumbnails, and he also has like I think it goes like Angry Vigilante on the right side. And it's like these like hardcore songs. They're so catchy and perfect. And I love it. I love it. Anyways, I got that Harmon Smith song stuck in my head because it goes so hard. PlayStation, Xbox, so lame. Like, dude, you're so right. That's so true.
I can kind of see why he doesn't get that many views. It shouldn't even be rocket science to anybody. I mean, it's pretty obvious why. The guy's physical appearance, all right, he's fat, out of shape, looks very weird, extremely weird.
Whoa,
he acts weird,
man.
he talks weird. Yeah, he's very cringe. His video editing is...
What the fuck is this?
Poor. Very poor.
Your video editing is non-existent. What the fuck are you talking about? You make Harmon Smith look like fucking game theory. This is insane.
Not that my video editing is good. I keep it extremely
it's terrible,
simple and basic. It's
you actively hurt the audience with your video editing. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, what the fuck? It's like, what he's like, yeah, it's clear why this guy doesn't get any views. It's because he looks weird and looks funny. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You make the same fucking content as him. He at least is brave enough to be in front of the camera. What do you look like? Huh? Fuck is your problem? Jesus Christ. And then insulting his you guys are on the same team, man. You, in my mind, you guys are the fucking same.
I try not...
Except Harmon Smith has a funny intro. You're just a dick. Jeez.
No. Waste too much time just, doing all these different, like, editing and video compilations for my YouTube videos.
Yeah, video compilations, they take a long time.
So,
yeah.
But he does. Harmon Smith does. And as you can see, it's just very poor quality. Even his thumbnails, if you saw, he just showed a bunch of different YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
Those thumbnails are not going to catch people's attention. You really have to make sure your thumbnails are like eye-grabbing.
Yeah, let's see your thumbnails real quick. Nukem Nintendo. Let me just check out your thumbnails. Yeah, no, definitely. Very eye-grabbing. Very eye-grabbing. Hell gay. Hell gay. I love you, Bad Bunny. A gay station fangirl who has a crush on Bad Bunny. Yeah, it's pretty eye-grabbing, I'd say. Yeah. Woke loser. Very, very eye-grabbing. This is a thumbnail. Agreed, yeah. Yeah, you look, fucking, what's his face? Harmon Smith also hates Arlo. Harmon Smith also hates Arlo, and so does Manic the Manic Mechanic. All these dudes hate Arlo. You're all the same. You're all the same. You all play for the same team.
Thumbnails that are just eye-grabbing, that you're like, oh, this looks good. This looks professionally made, and it's got big bold letters. It's
got big bold letters,
conveying a certain message or whatever that immediately makes you want to click. You look at Harmon Smith's YouTube thumbnails. He's using the font that he's using, the colors that he's using looks extremely unprofessional. Like, you could barely see the words sometimes. It looks super amateurish. So
yeah, I look at your thumbnails and I contract syphilis. That's a weird side effect of your thumbnails, is I started contracting syphilis from them. So I mean, I don't think Harmon's videos are great by any means, but this they don't do that for me. I don't get syphilis. I get tetanus.
Yeah, that's gonna probably, contribute to him not getting that many views. So there you go. There's many reasons right there he's not getting that many views. Should be painfully obvious, but let's continue.
Now, within the very small circles who actually know of Harmon Smith's existence, it's mostly used as a punching bag, a symbolic pinata for anyone trying to beat on the brats known as
oh my god,
Nintendo
I can't listen to the video
Personally,
like this.
I discovered Harmon Smith because a few didn't like the Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC.
Is he gonna say something?
Still firmly rooted in the antiquated notion.
Come out on Nintendo hardware where they should have been to begin with, and will be
forevermore. But beyond his unhealthy corporate allegiance, the mere image of Harmon Smith is used as a caricature, a stereotypical portrait of the unemployed, chronically online, straight white male Nintendo fan. Now, I'm not going to make comments about his physical...
Okay, this is interesting, because part of my issue with so many of these videos, and including both, I guess so many, really just the other two that were made. It wasn't that big a video, but for Tonga and Lord Frogmire just paused every 2 fucking seconds. Excuse me, sorry. They just kept pausing, and I was like, you're not even listening to the video. You're just pausing and saying some obnoxious shit, and then I'll literally say what you're saying if you just kept playing, like just get a little farther. And this guy, I feel like, is just not doing. He's just letting the video play. Partially, I'm like, thank you, you're actually listening, and part of me is like, was this your first time watching it? You know? Also, you're just letting the video play. You're not adding anything to it. I think you got to find a good balance. And this guy's on the other side. Just like, I can't even, he's not saying anything.
Because frankly, who the fuck am I to judge? Look at me, I'm a bisexual monkey.
He's going to say something here.
But I will highlight the image that Harmon Smith cultivates through his content.
He's not even going to say something about the bisexual joke. That was his whole issue, is that I'm bisexual. He's not going to say something there? He's not even going to give me like a gross? Come on, man. Come on. I'm here for your insightful commentary. Why? Where is it? Fasten666. Hi, I saw your Metroid Prime 4 video. Thank you for saving me the money. Of course. Of course, of course. Gonna hold back from the Switch 2 as well. Yeah, that's fair. Again, I think what I said in the video, I stand by. It's like, it's not worth it if you're not like a big Nintendo person. I personally really like buying it, and I'm glad I did, and I'm having fun right now. But it also it suits my lifestyle very well. I'm always on the go. I'm always on the subway, so it's good to have, you know, like that's how I'm playing Resident Evil 9 right now. So, yeah, no.
Or his weird fetishization of Japanese culture and East Asian women.
Asian women.
Dude, is he gonna say
anything? A much larger
anything?
Creator than Harmon Smith, who featured him in his content, shouldn't be allowed to criticize smaller. Have a larger platform. You should take sake of content. But while Mush is quick to make fun of Harmon's
He just
physical
plays the whole fucking
He's
video.
like those old school nerd pictures
He
you
doesn't
saw
say a
online.
goddamn thing.
online presence that are, in my opinion, much more harmful than his pro-corporate perspective. Now take note of this. Influencers. Teen. Historically, their games have always appealed to a wider, have been games in their video
Oh
games.
my god,
Black
dude.
Souls is a Japanese
Key to both why
Oh, here, he finally says it.
So here's the thing about this. Yeah, most of the losers out there who hate on Nintendo for having quote unquote E-rated games and games that are kid friendly.
What is he saying? Why is he saying it like that? Most of the losers out there who hate on Nintendo for having quote unquote E-rated games in kid-friendly games, they do. It's not quote unquote. They just do, man. Nintendo has E-rated games and kid-friendly games. That's their demographic. Why is that? It's not alleged. It is factual. That is just what it is. It's okay to like that. I also like that. I love baby games. It's so fucking stupid, man. Bisexuals always on the go. That we sure are. We're always being chased, so we're always running, and that's why I need a portable device. I recommend getting the Switch 2 used on something like Marketplace if you can find it for under like $350. Yeah, I mean, look, I just recommend getting it when there's a game on it that you just can't live without. For me, that was Bonanza. That's why I pre-ordered it. It really was. It was Bonanza, and I loved it, and I still do. I think it's a great game. I think it's the best game that studio has ever made. In fact, which a lot of people might cap me on. That's fine. Personally, I think it's the best. But it really, at the end of the day, like it is just what I said. It's like I need a portable device. Everyone says buy a Steam Deck, but I don't play that many games besides Nintendo games and maybe a few things on PlayStation. Like if PlayStation, if they released like a real portable, I would be on it. I really would. Cuz I like a lot of their exclusives. So, yeah. Anyways, it's probably not worth it right now if you're not like me. RC, I haven't bought a Nintendo game since Bonanza. That's fair. Air Riders is really good. Air Riders is fucking awesome. Air Riders was really good. What else did I get for the... I got fucking Metroid Prime. I don't think I got anything else, any other like Nintendo exclusives. I'm trying to think. No, I'm looking at my shelf right now. Yeah, I got Metroid Prime, Bonanza, Mario Kart World, of course. What is... Okay, it's back. We're back, baby. We're back. Sorry about that. My internet it's so terrible. We live in a spot in Brooklyn. I promise I'll keep playing after this. But we live in a spot in Brooklyn that has like there's like a weird monopoly where like certain providers control certain blocks. So we're stuck between a rock and a hard place because we either get shitty Optimum internet, which is like the worst internet in the world, or we go with Verizon, but we don't get like a hard plug-in. It's just like a 5G like wireless connector. It's not like real internet. Anyways, that's why my internet sucks. Apologies if the stream is stuttering. It's likely on my end, not on yours, and I apologize. All right. Yoshi and the Mysterious Books looks neat. Yeah, I'll check that out. Maybe. I don't know. It depends. I get $70 is a lot. Dust Bugs might be the game for me. We will see. If they just gotta release, dude, they should have. My one big thing with Nintendo right now. There's a lot of big things with Nintendo right now, but they should have already put out Elden Ring, and they should have put out a port for Red Dead 2. Like these like easy layups from the like PS4, Xbox One generation that they could just like shit out. Literally, it would be so easy. And I know that the Red Dead 2 is probably more on the side of Rockstar being stingy because they're just weird with that game for some reason. But I just feel like it's come on, man. We've had this thing for almost a year now. There's so many easy layups, just things like old games that you could just port just to tide us over. And it's like almost, we're getting a few things here and there, but for the most part, I'm like, dude, it's just nothing. But the stuff we have gotten, pretty great. I'm really enjoying Resident Evil on the Switch too. I think it's a really good port. All right, we're gonna keep going.
If you look at a lot of these people who are like that, they're some of the most pathetic excuses of men out there. They're not alpha males, or they're not these big tough guys or anything like that. They're usually just insecure.
Oh my god. His problem is that they're not alpha males. He wants Nintendo fans who are alpha males.
Losers who don't really leave the house. They're like incels, just like Lord Frogmire himself. Synthetic man, and I'll show you guys just how fucking gay these guys look, how pathetic they are. But
what the fuck
they
is
basically
your
play
problem?
these M-rated games or whatever to give themselves a false sense of manhood and masculinity. So that's why, like, they're like, oh, I don't play Nintendo, that's for kids. And it's like, dude, you, like, actual kids have more muscle mass than you. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
This guy, I think this guy must be, he must be buff, because his name is Nukem Nintendo. So I think he must be kind of buff like Duke Nukem. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Do you think it's maybe possible that he's projecting? Maybe, just a little bit? It couldn't be, right? Because his name is Nukem Nintendo. You don't name yourself that unless you are literally have the physical prowess of Duke Nukem himself. Look at my ass Duke Nukem, as we call him. Nintendo's drip feeding is the worst out of the big three consoles. Yeah, it's really, I'm just like, come on, guys. I know. We'll we'll buy whatever you fucking put out, but please just put shit out. Just put it out. Come on. God damn. I sure love waiting 3 years to get the chance to play Twilight Princess on NSO. That shit's they're gonna do what they did for Galaxy 1 and 2. It's gonna be Wind Waker and Twilight Princess for Zelda's 40th finally coming, and it's gonna be $70. That's my prediction. That's what I think we're getting this year. I don't know. Sony releases 2 games a year. Oh yeah, no. In terms of like, that's why I like Nintendo. Honestly, I'm saying the drip feed of like third-party stuff. Their first-party stuff, they actually release games. That's like a thing that you can say about Nintendo. You can't say that about the other two. Xbox publishes more than 2 games a year. 90% of them don't turn out that well, and then the other 10% is like Call of Duty. Anyways, hello. Hi. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well. How's Survivor?
It's good. How's this going?
It's good. I mean, yeah. Vent session. Yeah, we're wrapping up in a little bit. Are you guys done?
Yeah, Survivor's over.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Don't say her name on stream. I didn't. I would never. I've never done that before. As a gay man, I play Night Rain so Harmonia can beat me to a pulp. I haven't played Night Rain. I've not played Night Rain. Is your polycule back? Is that like... No, I don't have a polycule. I was going to ask, is that like polyamory? But I answered my own question. Obviously it is. Nope. No polycule here, sir. All right, we're going to keep going.
When do you define your own manhood and masculinity based on the video games that you play? You know? You'll see a lot of guys...
I define my manhood and my masculinity based on the video games I play. I'll say it right here. That's why I'm like right in the middle, kind of faltering. I'm kind of like, I don't know. That's why I play Nintendo games, is because I base my manhood on the video games I play, fully.
Are pretty masculine. They are, you know, they're just a real man's man. They're just a blue-collar dude who, you know, probably works out, does a hard labor and whatnot,
So
and
true.
they have no issue booting up Mario or Kirk.
He's probably just a fucking blue-collar motherfucker, probably fucking blue-collar jabroni like me, right? But he has no problem booting up Mario, okay? Because he gets his fucking iron on when he's at the factory. Dude, we're talking about fucking YouTubers, all right? What do you do for work? You work at Subway. I'm guessing you work at Subway. And that's your definition of hard labor. It's making sandwiches all day.
For that matter. So, a lot of these fucking losers. This has been something I've observed since, I would say, the Wii U era, maybe. That I was noticing people who were like, the most anti-Nintendo people were just these short, skinny, fat losers, people who are just out of shape.
Wait, what?
Nintendo people were just these short, skinny, fat losers, people who are just out of shape, who don't work out.
Wait, he said they're short, skinny, fat losers? People who don't work out? Are they skinny or are they fat? Are they short or are they fat? I don't understand. Man. You're painting a picture of like literally half of the human race. I could eat Subway right about now. I love Subway. Can I just say I fucking love Subway sandwiches. I love them. They're delicious. I eat them so often. I think he's saying they're either too skinny or too fat. Oh, I see. Yeah, so here's what I get on my Subway sandwich, and you guys are going to fucking hate this. You're going to hate me for this. But just hear me out on this, all right? This is what I get on a Subway sandwich. I don't eat meat. I eat fish, but I don't eat like red meat. I don't eat like chicken or anything. I'll get a multi-grain bread, right? And then I'll get only spinach on there. I'll get cheese, I'll get it toasted, and I'll get only spinach on there. I'll be like, give me extra spinach, because they're always like, let me put some romaine lettuce. I'm like, I don't want water on my bread, motherfucker. Give me spinach. I want the spinach on there. So they toast it. They put some motherfucking spinach on that shit. I say put more spinach on it. They always put more spinach on it because they're nice there sometimes. And then I say, give me some of the green bell peppers. Give me some of the red onions. Give me some of the olives. I definitely want some of the olives. And fuck it, I'll fork over an extra couple bucks and get me some of that goddamn sweet, succulent, spread that fucking avocado on my sandwich. I want that avocado on my goddamn sandwich. And they do, because I pay them to do it. So they put some avocado on that. And then what else do I get on there? I think that's it. And then I get some ranch on that shit. And that's it. It is literally the shittiest way to spend money. It's literally just putting vegetables in bread. It's anemic shit, but it's delicious. I love it. I don't actually get the pickled jalapenos on there. I like jalapenos, but not pickled jalapenos. It's a little too like zesty for me. Although I do like zest. I'm a zesty person. Jersey Mike's, I hear they're great. I've never actually had Jersey Mike's. They're also just not like widely accessible. Like here in the city, it's a lot easier to just find a shitty Subway on the corner. Fine herbs, bread, Canadian cheddar. All right, grilled chicken. Okay, if I ate chicken, I would definitely get it grilled. Toasted, yellow mustard, mayonnaise, lettuce, pickles, olives, crispy onions, salt, and pepper. That's my order. I am an addict. I'm right there with you, RC. Good order. You can tell a true addict if they just know their order by heart. Like I don't have to think about it. They have to think about it because I'm giving them the information so fast. They have to think about it. The Subway artist, which is or the sandwich artist. I think that's what they're called. I love Subway too, but just told me literally yesterday they had yoga mat chemicals in it. At least they're phasing it out now. I usually ask for extra yoga mat chemicals in mine. I usually like when they put a little bit more of that. That's like one of the seasonings. I'm like, give me a little bit more of the yoga mat chemicals. So I hope they don't phase it out for my sake. Give me the spicy Italian. Hey, what the fuck are you trying to say? You trying to say there are Italians that aren't spicy? I hope it's never not woke to do an Italian accent. I think for some people it probably already is, but I'm like, accents, I don't need to do accents. I don't want to do accents, but I do want to do an Italian accent. I do. They're fun. It's fun to do an Italian accent. And I'm not trying to I got nothing against. I love Italian people. But their voices are funny sometimes to replicate. But I don't know. Maybe a few years down the line that's going to be really bad. And maybe it already is. I might just be out of touch. They used to have Dr. Pepper, but they've changed it now, so now I drink Pepsi. I like Pepsi. I don't drink soda, but if I had to, I'd drink either Sprite or Pepsi. Accent plus funny hand gestures is what Italians are all about. They're fucking all about that shit. Exactly. Thank you. Somebody's watched The Sopranos. That would be me. I've watched The Sopranos. Teriyaki chicken, onion, olives, and jalapenos. That sounds yummy. Again, don't eat chicken, but I would either get it teriyaki or I'd get it grilled if I did eat chicken. All right, let's keep going here.
They don't really have friends, or at least not cool friends for that matter.
Wait, what?
They don't fat losers, people who are just out of shape, who don't work out or whatever. They don't really they don't really have friends, or at least not cool friends for that matter.
Right. This guy, I think, has very cool friends.
So yeah, that is kind of a thing, but I don't think that has anything to do with what's really going on here with these grifters.
As a significantly...
This dude talks like a school bully, but he talks like a school bully who wasn't ever able to bully anybody. He talks like a school bully who had like no social credit in school and would like just say mean things, and then people would be like, all right, we're just gonna ignore you. We're just not gonna talk to you. And he would just like sit by himself thinking he's the coolest guy because he has a 10-pound weight at home that his dad owns that he sometimes gets to touch when his dad lets him. I think that's this guy's backstory. Also, he probably got bullied for playing Nintendo games.
Follow that is
Which
peers,
we all
as
did.
well as why these conservative creators also frequently post Nintendo hate.
All right.
They typically
He's just going to let this fucking play for forever, I feel like.
Demographic. Even those who hold personality, as well as the legitimate fighting, that's also air riders. Because despite it just or cold made for normies, these types of hate creators might have legitimate, actually rude.
Holy shit, man.
Threats to content
You're going to say
creators who are
anything.
slightly critical of their favorite companies, Pokemon, or the large queer community who plays Animal Crossing and Tomodachi Life. And as it so often does, this kind of hatred, like...
Look at that skinny little bitch right there. That's the little fucking gay loser known as Lord Frogmire right there, little dick eater. Now, does that look like a fucking person that should be representing white people?
Oh my
or conservatives, for that matter. This guy looks like a fucking libtard.
What the
Like, that's what he looks like.
Dude, this video isn't even about me. What the fuck? He's just talking shit about his fellow white nationalists. This is insane. What? That's so crazy. Wow. He's not even pausing the video to talk about me. This video is supposed to be about me, man. Why are you talking about Lord Frogmire? He agrees with you on most things besides Nintendo. And even that, I think he is a Nintendo fan. Like, you probably would get along. I think you'd probably get along. Maybe not, though. Maybe not.
Like your typical, you know, rainbow flag waving loser. That's what he looks like. He does not look like somebody who's genuinely a white nationalist.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit.
This is just a grifter. That's all it is.
Stems from a...
Why would you be a pretend white nationalist? Who are you trying to impress? The white nationalists online? You're trying to impress them? Dude.
Self-loathing. Because the truth is, whether they like it or not, most Nintendo hate YouTubers are not so secretly members of this fandom themselves.
Alright, so as you guys just saw, what this guy did here is he's basically trying to say that the reason there are these...
fan base. And I'm not just talking about the toxic Nintendo fan base that sends...
Oh my god.
Good fucking grief. Anyways, he's basically trying to say that most of the people in the Nintendo fan base are queer who play Animal Crossing and these other games, right? And that's why a lot of the alt-right, you know, quote-unquote racist types or whatever are the ones who hate Nintendo. Well, that's complete bullshit, because if you watch these guys' videos, the guys that's mentioning, Lord Frogmire, Synthetic Man, and all these other types, and those are like probably one of the only two, maybe that Fertanga guy too. If you watch their videos, they never talk about any of this stuff. They never talk about, oh, look, Nintendo, look at all the gay people who play Animal Crossing or whatever, or Tomodachi Life, as this guy put it.
Fertanga does talk about that. They all talk about it. I don't know what you're talking about. They may not make individual videos about it, but yes, they definitely do talk about it. And also, I provided a bunch of other examples. I guess he skipped over that part of the video, but yeah, I provided a bunch of other examples of people who do make that content also. So I don't know what he's talking about. Also, I'm not trying to say that only gay people play Nintendo games. Clearly not. I mean, you play Nintendo games, Mr. Nukem Nintendo. And you, I'm sure you're not even a little bit gay. Not even just a little bit. No, of course not. Of course not. Not even just a little bit gay. And that's why you're projecting all this hatred onto everybody else. Definitely not. Definitely not even a little curious and loathes himself for it. Of course not. But I am saying that there's a, obviously sizable demographics who are. Nintendo makes a lot of different video games. And they appeal to a casual demographic of people. And they cast a wider net than, the more technically advanced, whatever you want to call them. I'm not saying that there aren't diverse fan bases for Sony and Xbox. Of course, they exist, but I think because Nintendo is it seeks out a more casual market, I do think that you cast a wider net. You find different people who like different things, and I'm saying that these creators in particular do hold a lot of disdain for those fan bases. I literally fucking Frogmeyer's video about he made one of his most recent videos is about how much he hates autistic people who play Pokemon. So, anyways,
they never talk about that. They always talk about all these other things. Oh, Nintendo is anti-consumer. They charge $80 for Mario Kart World, this and that. It's always stuff like that. It's always stuff that has to do with pricing, Nintendo suing, emulation, other people. That it always has to do with Nintendo suing somebody. Rarely does it ever have to do anything with, this supposed group of gay people who are playing Tomodachi Life.
This guy keeps saying quote unquote and supposed, and I'm like, dude, it's not supposed or quote. It's not there. None of this is alleged. Gay people play Tomodachi Life. Nintendo makes E-rated games for children and younger audiences. Being a white nationalist is bad and is racist. Those are all just facts. They're not disputable. It's not quote unquote. That's just what it is.
So this is just complete bullshit. But here's the thing. Here's one thing I want to point out. This guy's a fucking liar because he's using Harmon Smith as an example, and that's what the anti-Nintendo haters do. They use Harmon Smith, right? As I explained, they want to use somebody. They want to use the worst possible person that they could find to basically represent a group of people they don't like.
Yeah, but what's my issue with Harmon Smith? Like, what is my issue with Harmon Smith? Is it that he hates Nintendo? Yeah, I mean, it's fucking annoying, and I think the way he does it is obviously very cringy. But my main issue with Harmon Smith is the fact that he is a white nationalist. He is an alt-right incel fucking chud, whatever you want to call him. He is that. Like, that is his whole shtick, and that's inseparably tied. That's in all of his content. You see it every single fucking video he talks about, and that's never mentioned by so many people. So many people make content about Harmon Smith. There are probably more videos about Harmon Smith than he has subscribers, and I don't even think that's an exaggeration. Maybe it is slightly. He has a couple thousand subscribers, but people have made fucking thousands of videos about this guy. There are whole channels devoted to him. I'm like, I don't even know how this works. Nobody knows who this fucking guy is, and people make all sorts of videos about him. Why is it that almost none of them, literally almost 0% of those videos, ever mention the fact, oh yeah, also he's a white nationalist. Oh yeah, also he writes like weird, creepy, like child pornography fan fiction. And that's not a joke either. He literally does that. There are serious allegations against like some of the shit that Harmon Smith puts out into the world. Not against him, but against his content. Like, dude, this dude is a fucking bad guy. And I don't understand. I guess my whole thing is like he never gets flack for that. He gets flack for being overweight. He gets flack for looking a certain way, for talking a certain way, for liking Nintendo, for being an ultimate Nintendo shill. I'm like, and that to me, I think is the problem. That's the problem. So this guy just missed the entire fucking point. But hey, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I don't think any game is worth $80, and that's because I'm a cheapskate. Relatable. You're not a cheapskate, dude. $80 is too much. It's too much. Yeah. The CP stuff is crazy too. I actually didn't know about it until after I made the video, and I saw some stuff online, and it was like too late. I was like, also, I don't necessarily need to bring that up, but I guess it is probably worth noting, to be honest. Yeah, it's really crazy. Did you ever see Furtonga's face reveal? No. Does he have one? I was looking for footage of him just so people would know who I was talking about, but I could only find him with this like CGI mascot, whatever. But no, crispy fingers, $80 is a lot of money. You're not a cheapskate. It's almost $100. Furtonga might be the most obnoxious. Yeah, I wish, again, fucking coward blocks his shitty critique behind his members only paywall here. Also, he said on his stream, I don't know if anyone else was there for it, but trust me, he said on his stream, he was like, I'm gonna make a video, like an actual video about this, because everyone was asking him to. That he was actually gonna make like a genuine, like one of these types of videos about me, but he didn't. Probably because I don't have enough cred. I don't have enough. I won't draw on enough of an audience, which is fair. But he did say he would do it and then didn't do it. So he's a fucking coward.
So again, like, let's say, because I hate Democrats, I want to paint a picture and make it seem like every single Democrat is a disgusting freak. So I just show you pictures. I make videos of a particular Democrat who is extremely woke, who is a man that wears a female dress. And,
okay, man.
All I'm doing is just constantly making videos about that person. I'm getting my other friends to do the same thing. And we're basically, just making these videos called "This Democrat is Disgusting," "Delusional Democrat," "The Democrat this," or whatever. What we're basically doing is we're trying to paint this picture. We're trying to insert this idea in the minds of everyone.
Oh my god, this guy's a fucking moron. I like can't deal with this. He's literally just steering in the complete opposite direction. I'm not using Harmon Smith to say that Nintendo people who like Nintendo are stupid because look at Harmon Smith. Oh my god. Yeah, you should. Yeah, please try to find that. I would be interested to see what he looks like, because he is another one who just relentlessly makes fun of the way people look, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He was like coughing up a storm and drinking Modelo over his stream. I was like, are you really the emblem of health? I don't know.
And that this is what a Democrat looks like and acts like, and this is how Democrats are, right? But what's stupid is I could find plenty of normal people who are Democrat, who are liberal.
Yep.
They're still stupid. They're still ignorant, whether they're Democrat because they're uninformed or because they have some stupid personal vendetta is regardless. It's besides the point. I mean, but I can find people who are normal, who act normal, who don't behave really, who look and dress normal, who talk normal, who don't say, extremely stupid shit, that are Democrat. And you know what? I could do the same thing here. I could actually find somebody who is quote unquote anti-woke, alt-right, white nationalist, and they're extremely pro-Nintendo, and they actually make videos going after these anti-Nintendo grifters. The perfect example would be Griffin Gaming. Let me show you who I'm talking about.
Okay, Griffin Gaming. This is something, and this is, I think, really the only point here that he actually makes. The rest of this shit is just beyond, and yeah, not even really worth the time I invested watching it. But Griffin Gaming. So after I made this video, I got a lot of people saying, hey, what about Griffin Gaming? You should do something about Griffin Gaming. And would you believe it that I actually didn't know who this person was until people brought him up. He might have, like, because while I was researching this past video and just trying to find featured YouTubers, I was like, he must have come up. He must have come up because he fits the bill. You know, I'm sure if you look up like anti-woke, you know, Nintendo YouTuber or whatever, like I'm sure he'll come up. But yeah, I didn't find him. I didn't find him until it was mentioned in my comment section. The political schism in the U.S. would be funny if not for the real world consequences we're living through right now. Hello from Indonesia, by the way. Hello, hello to you from the United States to Indonesia. Yes, I agree. It isn't very funny, is it? It's like, it's comically evil, but that's about as comic as it gets. It's like past the point of even being so horrendous that it's funny. It's like past that point, so bad that it's become bad again. We only have 20 days worth of gas stockpiled, apparently. Jesus Christ. My deepest condolences and most sincere wishes of, you know, prosperity to you. That sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah. Shit, we're fucking everything up in other countries and fucking our own country up too. It really is the end of times. Anyways, let's what am I talking about? I'm talking about Griffin Gaming. Yeah, Griffin Gaming, so anyways, he's really the true antithesis to my point, because Harmon Smith, and I guess now you could lump this guy into, are like, they're the anti-woke Nintendo guys, right? But they also are like, have barely any presence on this platform. Harmon Smith has like the same number of subscribers that I do. This guy has even less. They are, you know, in the larger scheme of things, nothing. And my whole point is like, look, the quality of Harmon Smith's content and like who he is and whatever, like all of that stuff, I honestly think would play better in the realm of like Nintendo hate content. I'm not saying he would be a super successful YouTuber, but I think he would definitely play better to that demographic. I feel the same way about this guy, honestly. I mean, I don't know though. This guy is just like super unlikable. But let me just what this guy is saying, and what I think I'm sure some other people said in my comment section, is like, well, Griffin Gaming, he has a successful YouTube channel. He's anti-woke and he's pro Nintendo. So I looked him up, I believe. And my whole thing is just like, I'm like, this, like, he doesn't like, he's not to the point of like dedication as most of the Nintendo influencers, or as Harmon Smith is, because he at least is like dissing Pokemon Legends ZA. And I watched some of this video. I mean, he like, honestly, you look at these thumbnails, I'm like, this is the same shit as what Lord Frogmire is doing. It's indistinguishable. It's the fucking impact font with faces that are making some sort of grotesque human emotion. And this too, like, Donkey Kong Bonanza is not what I expected. Disappointing. I don't know what he says in this video. I'm not gonna fucking watch this video, but like, even if he ends up, I'm sure it's a bait and switch. I'm sure he ends up saying something along the lines of like, no, it's actually pretty good, guys. But even the fact, I don't know. I'm like, is he a Nintendo diehard, or does he just hate it? Kind of, because like, I don't see anything in here that's like, you know, cope and seethe over Nintendo. And granted, I'm just looking at thumbnails and titles. Oh, you know, maybe I did see this video. Super Mario Wonder made me hate modern gaming. Interesting. All right, I guess I'm sort of starting to see people's people's points here maybe a little bit, but even then, it's like it's different, you know? This isn't like, I wouldn't say that this guy is like Nintendo Prime with explicitly right-wing opinions. You know, there's still a difference here. Like the stuff this guy makes, it's not like explicitly Nintendo propaganda, like Nintendo Prime or Switch Force, who are again more apolitical. But yeah, I'm sure he is. We did not vow 5 reasons not to, you know, I don't know. Anyways, my whole point is I didn't take this into account when I was making the video. And maybe I should have. Griffin Gaming's face reveal, he's exactly what I thought he would look like. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Griffin Gaming said he didn't care if a certain person did something on a certain island. If you know, you know. Interesting. Well, I'm just saying, this is the team that these guys are fighting for at the end of the day. This is their goat. This is their guy. This is who they're going for. This is their side. That's my side. Like, just look at what side people are on, you know? I know there's a schism, and division is bad. I agree with all that. But when you're this fucking far gone, and I'm sure he feels the same way about me. I'm sure he does. But, like, when you're this fucking far gone, really? I don't know. I don't know.
All right,
Let's see if he has anything
here
else to
is
say.
Griffin Gaming, and here is his YouTube channel. Griffin Gaming, very similar to Synthetic Man, Lord Frogmire. Well, I'm already forgetting that other idiot's name. For Tango Plays. Griffin Gaming is very similar to those guys, except he's not on their team. He's not on their side. He's a white nationalist. He's a racist, quote unquote.
You did it again, man.
Xenophobic. He's extremely far right. He's anti-woke. He's all of those things. The only difference is he's actually pro Nintendo, and he actually makes a lot of content, you know, trashing on these stupid, you know, Nintendo haters.
Yeah.
So, let's
where
look
does
at
he do that?
his subscription right here.
Where does he trash on the stupid Nintendo haters? That's what I want to see. Yeah, it looks like he just does hate content. Just like in general. Where does he trash on Nintendo haters? Or, yeah. I don't see it anywhere. It seems like most of his stuff is about PS5 and Xbox. Granted, it's them being like dog shit, but I don't see a lot of the stuff that he's claiming is here. But I could be wrong. I'm just looking at thumbnails. I can't watch any more of this shit. I really can't.
212,000 subscribers. He's uploaded 412 videos. So this guy, Griffin Gaming, he's got, unlike Harmon Smith, he's actually got a pretty successful YouTube channel going. And again, this is a guy who is pro Nintendo, and he's alt-right, and
That's
he's
badass.
anti-woke.
That's
So you
badass.
can't make up this bullshit that, oh well, you're not
I'm skipping ahead.
this, even though he clearly gets more views than either of those guys, and he's got way more followers.
Yeah, that's so
Very
true.
interesting. So yeah, that's this video, guys, debunking this bullshit from Nintenmity or whatever. This guy completely fucking wrong with what he's saying here.
Yeah.
Very wrong.
That's
He's trying to say that Nintendo has a more of a woke crowd or whatever. Again, that's complete horseshit. PlayStation, they're the ones that typically have woke shit in their video games.
Yep.
They're the ones that have gay characters all the time. It's not
Unforgivable.
Nintendo that does that. So, yeah. I would like to hear from you guys in the comments what you think about this, but everything this guy is saying is complete bullshit here. And I don't know what this guy's deal with, but this stupid persona he's got going on, bisexual monkey or whatever, so fucking dumb. But I could tell this guy is definitely a libtard.
Yeah.
And he's being very dishonest with this narrative here. He's basically trying to say, like, oh, look, you can't be a Nintendo fan.
I wonder, how did he find out I was a libtard? I hit it so well. Ugh, that sucks. Man, that was supposed to be a secret. I thought that he didn't know I was a libtard. All right, let me see this. This is the face reveal right here. Nintendo Direct was trash. Game key cards are killing the Switch too. All right, we're going to look at his face, and I'm not going to say anything mean. Oh my god, is that him?
Illegals in my yard. Illegals in my yard.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything about his face, but I will say I think he has a weed bandana. And I just want to say that's really cool. That's really cool. You can always tell some dude is gonna just tell you the coolest. You're gonna have a really good conversation with this guy about weed. He's gonna tell you all the differences. He's gonna tell you, oh, you should probably smoke an indica if you want to chill out. Smoke a sativa if you're feeling creative. He's gonna explain. He's gonna explain weed to you. And then also explain why the government is hiding aliens based off something that he heard on Joe Rogan. He's that type of weed smoker, I believe. A Joe Rogan type weed smoker. Cool. Face reveal. All right, for Tonga. It's like, dude, you probably just got a little too fucked up and started saying some crazy shit and now just have to, like, commit to it. Or not. Maybe you've always been like this. But that's for Tonga right there. Guy in Oshima, thank you for sending that. And I'm glad I know. Second face reveal for the record. Oh, he already did one? That's funny. Well, he did one. And I've got nothing against that. According to the intro, he's already done one before. All right, here's how we're going to finish off the stream, chat. Let me do this, actually. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to sign into my Nintenmity account. Switch account to Nintenmity here. We're going to go over and we're going to look at some of the comments I got on this video. And I want to just show you firsthand why I'm getting out of the drama game. Aside from the fact that I hate watching these fucking videos. This was funny for like 5 minutes and then it just wasn't anymore. It really, really got on my nerves. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to watch bad videos. I don't want to watch bad videos. And it will ruin my life. Thank you, RC. So I just need to move on. But I wanted to have this this stream as kind of my final point, my final sticking point for the record. Yeah, I doubt that anyone will be reacting to this or any of these guys will see it. I'm surprised anyone saw it to begin with, honestly. And at first I was like, wow, they responded. And then I was like, oh no, they responded. and sure enough. All right, so let's check this out. Where are we going here? I want to go to YouTube Studio. Why are you not showing me YouTube Studio? What the fuck? YouTube Music. What the fuck? Can you let me check out my comments? Oh my god, this is so stupid. All right, Studio, YouTube, here we go. All right. We're going to go to community. Actually, let's just look at the video, the comments on this. This is like some crazy shit we got here. Go my newest. Apply. Okay, this is a newer one. But I'm not going to read that because that seems like an actual person. A lot of people Imagine defending Nintendo of all companies. Just admit you like being graped viciously. A lot of grape comments. There's another one down here. The graped. This guy calls me a slur. I'm autistic grape victim and mad at people. So all of this came after Lord Frogmire's stream. Like, it was crazy. You sound like a triple vaxxed monkeypoxer. This video is racist and has to be taken down for defaming famous Jewish YouTuber the Lord Frogmire. I don't know if he's Jewish or not, but a lot of people seem to think he is, or I don't know. Just saying he is. Yeah, there's another one accusing me of being anti-Semitic after going the Goldstein family like that. Loudest brap ever award. I think that's funny. I think brap is okay. That's just burp, right? I don't mind that. Someone just commented N. This guy commented rope is free. We saw that earlier. Yeah. Oh, hey, Jordy. Jordy came in to defend me. I think brap means burp. I don't know. This, see, I can dig a comment like this. If you don't like my video, oh, it's another word for fart. See, that's cool. I don't mind that. Ass video. This gets 15 upvotes. I'll give that one a like. That's a great comment. It's succinct. It's to the point. I know exactly what he's saying. I don't have to dig through a bunch of layers of irony. I know what this guy thinks of my video, and that's great. Dude, so many fucking people commented, leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. I'm like, brother, did you listen to anything I said? Also, do you just go around commenting that on every video that isn't just immediately like, fuck Nintendo? This is the same comment, by the way. Don't get tricked. It wasn't that common, but it was very common. A lot of people said that. Anyways, yeah, it got a little crazy. Lord Frogmire himself commented, I think this is supposed to be a fish. Hell Frogmire, yeah. It's just a little crazy, but it gets a little crazier when we go to the hidden vault, the held comments. I'm not going to approve any of these. Dunking on the weakest members of the Black and Jewish community. Wow, I hope you're proud of yourself. Hello, monkeys. I don't know who Frieza is. Straight to monkey jail. This video is so Aryan. I'm black and trans. Be better. This comment, Americans like you are so naive and delusional. I feel like that's fine. Yeah, some of these comments weirdly is I'm like, I don't know why these got flagged. Does somebody know what happened with Furtanga's girlfriend? Did they get broken up with or something? Because somebody else mentioned that there was something with his girlfriend. Let's see. Where are the crazy ones? Jerk for Kirk. What do you mean he's not a white nationalist? He's Jewish. Show. You really like mentioning how you love butt sex. I don't remember talking about that in the video, but okay. Get Lord Frogmire's name out of your mouth, prolapse pal. Just another loser minimizing actual criticism for his favorite corporation. Again, I don't know how you could get that from the video. I literally say Nintendo deserves hate in the video, quite explicitly. No one cares about woke scolding or being gaslit by you retards anymore. Eat shit. Okay? This is so crazy. God. Frogmire is a lovable rascal. You sound over-feminized and scrotumless. Jeez. Thanks for the channel recommendations, you sodomite freak. Devin is expanding his rogues gallery of... Jesus. Jesus. Oh, my God. Yeah. Enjoy your autism, kid. God, man. This dude said it twice on 2 separate fucking things. That's so fucking crazy. Enjoy your autism, kid, to 3. This guy just spammed the same stupid ass comment 3 separate times. I think these people are all just making different arguments too. He just, I love this. I love you're willing to go on to call me retarded, but you bleep out the E. It's like, okay. Just commit or don't. Why are you, like, radicalized if you think MAGA is alt-right? Literally just a bunch of stupid people who have Democrat derangement system. Not even half the country supports the movement anymore. What? Let's see. God, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. Takes me back to the 2016 edgy YouTube. I bet you $100, 90% of these comments are under 16. Yeah, they might be. But this is what I'm saying also is like this is the fan base. This is the fan base that I poked the nest of. All right? I'm not saying there aren't some valid criticisms. I'm not saying that this video is perfect. In fact, there are always things. I post a video and I'm like, I wish I had said this, or I wish I had phrased this differently. And people call it out in my comments, and they're right. They're absolutely right. None of these motherfuckers are right. They're all proving my point. That's the baffling thing. They're all fucking proving my point. Even this guy. This is a Nintendine fanboy right here. He's the one that I call out for being good. I'm like, this guy is actually normal. He's like a decent dude. And he calls me the F slur. Right there. That's his fucking go. And again, not saying you're responsible for your audience. But if I'm making a video saying, hey, isn't it funny how Nintendo YouTube channels who specifically make hate content surrounding Nintendo typically have like weird alt-right, incel, right-leaning messaging and fan bases, and then all of these people are flooding my comments with this horrendous shit? Doesn't it seem like you just proved my point, man? I don't know. Big Nintendine fan here. Yep. I mean, like, but then you get people like this. Big Nintendine fan right here. Like, this guy is probably just a normal-ass dude. I don't know. I'm not going to check. I don't care. But he's probably just a normal-ass dude. And then you get fucking losers like this. These like, insane... I won't say this is insane, but it's definitely rude and a little fucking aggressive. It's just, it's a lot. There's a lot of infighting. I just want to get to one comment, and I think it's a bot. Maybe you guys can be the judge of it. But it's really just it's like the worst comment I think I've ever read, which is really saying something. So I guess I hope it's a bot. I don't know. Either way, it's bad. Here it is. All right. Oh, is it not going to show me the whole thing? Yeah, this is already super anti-Semitic, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing to not show the full thing. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna read part of it. But it ends with I'll just say him telling me to kill myself. And this is also strange because I'm not a trans woman. I'm non-binary, but I'm not a trans woman. So this guy or bot or whoever the fuck this is just totally did not read the room at all. Never claimed to be a real woman, but he commented. I don't even fucking 9 separate times? Is it 9 times? Something like that. Like 9 times I got this comment. You will never be a real woman. You have no womb, you have no ovaries, you have no eggs, you are a homosexual man twisted by drugs and surgery into a crude mockery of nature's perfection. All the validation you get is two-faced and half-hearted. Behind your back, people mock you. Your parents are disgusted and ashamed of. And it goes on like that. This, I will say, didn't come from... I don't know who this came from, but it did not come from Lord Frogmire's crowd, at least not directly, because it was 4 days ago. But really just, like, bananas shit. And let me just say, if this is a bot, that's also bad. That's also insane that bots are making fake accounts with this name, Rabbi Sheckelberg Golemstein 666, and posting comments like this. It's fucking insane. It does feel like AI wrote that, and it's terrifying. It's fucking terrifying. It's a whole story. It's a long ass comment. I don't know why it's not letting me show the full thing here, but again, it's probably for the best. It's really just like really terrible. But yeah, it's like a whole thing, and it ends with him being like, you know, you're gonna end up killing yourself one day, and your parents will be relieved. It's just like just truly evil, like truly just evil shit. So yeah, just scary times we're living in. This guy, cool it with the anti-Semitism. Jeffrey Epstein was a great scientist. This is a Lord Frogmire guy. Yeah. Anyways, that is why do you fuck dogs? I'm like, what are these people talking about? I don't get it. All right. I've been streaming for over 3 hours now. 3 hours and 20 minutes, longest stream I've ever done. So I'm gonna end it. Not my life, but I'm gonna end the stream. And yeah, sorry that for just ranting and getting this all out of my system. But I needed to, because I didn't want to make another video. I never want to make another fucking video on these guys. I reserve the right to if some crazy shit happens, but I'm not going to. Otherwise, I want to move on. I want to make content about other things, and I will. I don't know when, but I will. And thank you for watching if you watched. Thank you for commenting if you commented. And tune in tomorrow if you want to. We'll have a nice chill. We'll just finish out Resident Evil, and we'll try to move on from all of this. What do you say? Have a great night. Stay safe. And let's expend our energy into better things. What do you say? All right. Good night. Oh, sorry, Atomic Jetter. Hopefully you can watch the VOD or not. It's also very long. Have a good night. Goodbye.